Live coverage starting soon. Live coverage starting soon. Live coverage starting soon.
It's time for Kennett Indian Football. Sponsors for our broadcast include Harris Pharmacy, Glen Sane Motors, American Elite Realty, Kennett City Light Gas and Water, Baker Implement Company, Kennett Trust Bank, Keith's Pool Care, NEA Baptist Hospital, First State Community Bank, McDonald's, the Law Office of Peltz, McMullen, Edgington, and Morgan, Wilcoxon's Home Place, Sonic Drive-In of Kennett, Larry Boone and John Sammons at the Kennett Country Club, Bullock Furniture, the Law Office of Todd and Atwill, and Unico Bank. Radio sponsors include Cornerstone Pharmacy, T.R. Baker Insurance, FM Bank, Duncan Sheet Metal, the Law Office of Jeff McCormick, Skeeter Kell Sporting Goods, Pemiscot Dunklin Electric Commissioner Danny Glass, and Jim Bollinger and Sons Heating and Cooling. And now, Kennett Indian Football.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to Sikeston as we get set for Kennett Indian football this evening as the Indians on the road to take on the Bulldogs of Sikeston. I'm Perry Jones alongside Darrell Wilcoxon here in the booth at Sikeston. Beautiful night for football, and these two teams are off to a contrasting start. Indians off to a 2-0 start this season after shutting out Donovan 42-0 last week and then knocking off Hayti 49-20 and that very hot season opener. For the Sikeston Bulldogs, they are off to an 0-2 start to the season, losing to Hillsboro 63-14 in week 1, and then last week getting shut out by Dexter 22-0. We'll take a pregame break, and we want to thank one of our great sponsors, T.R. Baker Insurance in Kennett. They're an independent insurance agency. They offer a variety of insurance for both commercial and personal accounts, life, health, workers' compensation, and more. They're in business and servicing this area since 1966. Give them a call for an insurance quote today. We'll take our first pregame break, be back, and look at other games around the area and get set for this one. Kennett at Sikeston, back with more from Sikeston right after this.
At Harris Pharmacy, you can get all of your prescriptions in one stop, and we'll even remind you when it's time to get a refill with our MedSync and Refill Reminder programs. Hi, this is Darren with Harris Pharmacy. Stop by today at 1224 First Street in Kennett for your over-the-counter and prescription needs. You can come through the drive-thru, or we deliver for free inside the city limits of Kennett. We also offer flu, shingles, and pneumonia vaccines. Come see us today at Harris Pharmacy in Kennett. Good luck, Indians. The staff here at Harris Pharmacy are proud supporters of KHS football. We'd like to wish the team a safe and successful year.
At Todd and Atwill LLP in Kennett, your situation matters. They understand that unfortunate circumstances arise and are here to provide the legal services you need with integrity and care. Partnering attorneys Darren Todd and Lee Atwill are committed to providing the best legal representation possible. They specialize in personal injury, criminal defense, social security disability, bankruptcies, and more. Visit toddatwill.com for more information. Todd and Atwill, LLP, proud to support the Kennett Indians.
Get the perfect lunch for just $5 at Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's 10 all-white meat chicken nuggets for only $5. Get dinner on the table fast with KFC's $20 fill-up. 4 pieces of chicken, 12 chicken nuggets, 4 biscuits, fries, and 4 dipping sauces for just $20. Order ahead at KFC.com or get it delivered with DoorDash. Download the KFC app to unlock more finger-licking benefits. Get the perfect lunch at KFC for just $5 or make it a chicken night with KFC's $20 fill-up.
You all hear me tell the stories on our Glen St. ads, and I enjoy people coming to me and referring to certain stories. Some of these stories go way back. We will continue to tell stories, mention our troops, and telling our customers how much our families appreciate their business. Our people always look forward to seeing you. We want you to enjoy your visit. Best price, best service. Glen St. and God bless our troops.
I'm Chase Birch, the branch manager and loan officer at Unico Bank in Kennett. I specialize in agricultural and commercial lending. At Unico Bank, we pride ourselves in working for our customers by having the knowledge and experience to best serve them, no matter what their banking needs may be. If you have a question about any of our banking services, just give me or any of our staff a call at 573-888-8808 or stop by 1115 Independence Avenue here in Kennett. Unico Bank, your homegrown bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Back at Sikeston, we're just back in time for the national anthem, so we're going to pause here while we have our national anthem. Our national anthem as performed by the Sikeston Marching Band here this evening. Daryl Wilcoxon alongside, and I'm Perry Jones in the booth. Other games tonight, Caruthersville, Daryl, gets a win over a forfeit. Donovan didn't have enough players to play this week, and, you and I both noted they didn't have a lot of extra players last week. They had some injuries in that Kennett game, some guys that were pretty beat up. But, with the COVID going around as well, if they lose 5 or so players, they're probably too thin to play a football game.
That's exactly right. And COVID is rearing its ugly head. And once again, I've heard many people that's in their household, one person got it, they transferred to another person, And that's the way it goes. It doesn't take long for it to get to somebody else. And you talk about a school situation when everybody's enclosed in the building, and you can lose quite a few players real quick.
Well, a game that we do have a broadcast of on our family of stations, East Prairie at Portageville this evening. Our radio broadcast on KMIS AM 1050 and FM 103.9. We have an audio stream at KMISradio.com. And that broadcast, video stream and audio on KMIS Facebook and YouTube channels. So that broadcast getting underway from Portageville, their first home game of the season. Portageville off to a 1-1 start. Other games, Poplar Bluff will be at Cape Central this evening. Kelly at Chaffee. One of the big games around the area, New Madrid County Central and Dexter, two undefeated teams, two future opponents of the Kennett Indians squaring off. And that ball game at Dexter this evening. It'll be interesting to see if Dexter can go 3-0 in the season by knocking off a very talented New Madrid ball club.
I don't believe they will keep New Madrid scoreless like they did Sikeston last week. And I'm anxious to find out how well East Prairie plays against Portageville. Portageville, number 2 team in the Class 2 in their division there. And I understand they are the real deal.
They look very impressive in week 1 when I ran the video streaming equipment and got to just kind of watch a ball game for a change. But they impressed me in the opener in Savannah. I think they were maybe a Final Four team last year, and they had a lot of those pieces back. And playing on the road, long road trip, and first game of the season. But I think Portageville will be a team to watch. Here's another team, Jackson, perennial power at Farmington this evening. Scott City is at Hayti. Another home game for Hayti. Hayti looking for their first win of the season. Charleston at Malden, a couple of teams looking for their first win there.
That's a matchup of two teams that are on the downside right now. Malden several years ago had a really good run with some really good teams, but they've fallen on hard times. And then, of course, Charleston, it's hit or miss on Charleston year by year. One year they'll be really good. Next year they'll not be really good. And so they're not having a very good start to their season. So,
well, a couple of teams we'll mention next that are been having some pretty good years. Park Hill Central at Potosi tonight. And we've seen Park Hills, and I think Caruthersville got a taste of Park Hills.
And they're ranked in Class 3.
Yes, they are. And Fredericktown at Valley Catholic. And Valley Catholic starting, I think, 1-1. But tell you what, they're going to be the real deal, and that's another future opponent of the Kennett Indians.
Right. And Valley Catholic has dropped down to Class 2, I believe.
Class 2 this year. That's true.
It's amazing.
So they're in the same class as Portageville, so it'll be kind of interesting with Valley Catholic and Portageville in the Class 2 ranks this season. Well, our weather, 75 degrees. Our temperature at kickoff, very pleasant. Have a very light wind out of the northeast. Should be down around 70 degrees by the end of the ball game. Crowd continues to come in here as we get set for football. We'll take another pregame break right after we tell you the law office of Jeff McCormick is one of our great broadcast sponsors. Jeff can help with criminal defense, divorce and family law, and personal injury claims. Jeff McCormick reminds you that if you think you need a lawyer, you probably do. Located at 304 Kennett Street, you can give him a call at 888-4357 and get the help you need. We'll take another pregame break. Be back with more as we get set for kickoff from Sikeston right after this.
CLGW makes it easy to work or play online with their fiber internet service available for residential or business use. CLGW Fiber Internet offers lightning-fast connection speeds with a larger bandwidth for faster data transmission and no data caps. Packages start as low as $19.99 per month with no contracts, and it's billed right with your utilities. CLGW is local, which means faster service times for outages and trouble calls and local technicians when you call in. Call CLGW today for more info, 888-5366, or online at CLGW.net.
At Sonic Drive-In in Kennett, our priority isn't just great service, it's great experiences. Whether you're coming for a cherry limeade on your lunch break or picking up shakes with your team after a big win, we're ready for you. Want a burger for breakfast or breakfast for dinner? No problem. We serve our full menu all day long, delivered with a smile. This is how we Sonic. Order through the Sonic app and get half-price drinks and slushes all day long. Open till midnight. Sonic Drive-In, 1101 1st Street in Kennett.
At First First State Community Bank, we pride ourselves on our personal, friendly approach, and our commitment to the community makes us an effective business partner. That's why we're proud to announce that our efforts have earned us the title of Best In-State Bank for the state of Missouri, awarded by Forbes. We are incredibly grateful to our customers who allow us to be their trusted financial partner. Thank you for your confidence in FSCB and for this recognition as one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whenever you want. In your life and on your farm, Case IH AFS Connect gives you more control. Monitor your operation, manage your fleet and your farm data your way. Case IH. Rethink productivity.
Perry Jones, Daryl Wilcoxon back at Sikeston. The Bulldogs take to the field. One of our great broadcast sponsors, Cornerstone Pharmacy on the square in Kennett, where you can get all your prescriptions filled at one time without several trips back to the pharmacy each month. They even have curbside pickup, 888-9094 on 1st Street in Kennett. Well, Daryl, the Kennett Indians, after starting slow in the first quarter, really turned it on against Donovan. They got the offense going, and I know you and I both were a little concerned. They missed some opportunities in that first quarter, but once they got it going, they were rolling last week.
They had it going in that second quarter, that's for sure. That's where it all started. They had two opportunities to score in that first quarter and shot themselves in the foot, so to speak. A fumble going into the end zone, and then a couple of penalties made them drop back. But then the second quarter, they found their footing and went ahead and got the ball rolling and getting into the end zone.
Well, the Kennett Indians on the far side wearing their white jerseys with the black and gold trim. Looking at the Class 3 District 1 standings, still early season, but just taking a peek, there's three teams, 2-0. Park Hills Central, Dexter, and Kennett. Right now, Dexter in the point stand, or Dexter is number 2 in the conference in point standings. Kennett number 3, and following Park Hills Central in the number 1 position. All three of those teams 2-0. Park Hills almost 60 points accumulated. Dexter with 52.5 points, and Kennett with 41.33 points so far on the season, followed by Herculaneum in the 4th spot, along with St. Genevieve in the 5th spot. Their point totals just 1 point separating those two. Donovan 0-3 is followed by Fredericktown in the standings. Fredericktown also 0-3 in the Class 3 District 1 standings. They're having the coin toss. We're going to find out who gets the football here at Sikeston to start the ball game. Last week, Kennett won the toss and elected to take the football, and looked like a good choice, Darrell. They were marching it down the field, but like we said, that first quarter, they missed some opportunities.
They did that same thing against Haytide, which is unusual. That this will be the third game in a row they've won the toss. In years past, I mentioned last week, in years past, if they won the toss, they would usually defer to the second half. But I guess they want to show what kind of offense they have first now, so hopefully they can do that against Sikeston here. Sikeston, pretty good-sized team out there, and hopefully the Indians can move the football just like they have the last 2 weeks.
Treston Pulley, head coach of the Sikeston Bulldogs in his 3rd season, shaking hands with Coach Andrew Webster, head coach of the Kennett Indians. Coach Webster going back to the sidelines, and Coach Pulley doing the same on the near sidelines. As the team captain's out on the field, we're going to see who gets the football here. Couldn't ask for a better night for football. If you could set the temperature gauge, you'd have it just about what it is here. Low humidity, temperatures in the 70s. You just can't ask for anything better than this.
Perfect football weather, so we'll take it.
Good to have you along on the streaming platforms. We're on the radio at KBOA FM 105.5. We're on the KTMO Facebook and YouTube channels. We're also at KTMOradio.com on the KTMO TV drop-down box. You'll see us there. as it looks like Sikeston has won the toss. And I didn't see if Sikeston's going to receive or kick it away here. But,
I think they're going to kick it. I think I saw the referee say that Kennett was going to receive at the south end.
All right, so Sikeston going north to south, Kennett south to north. So if you're watching our TV screen, you'll be able to kind of figure things out as our view is from the press box side here at Sikeston. FM Bank at 500 Independence Avenue in Kennett is another one of our great broadcast sponsors. Full service bank where decisions are made locally for auto, home, commercial, and agricultural loans. They're online at myfm.bank. To FM Bank, people matter, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC. Teams head out to the field, and we're about to get this one underway just a couple of minutes after 7 o'clock. Good to have you along. Hats off to Monty Lyons. He's running all of our controls back in the studios for 2 broadcasts tonight as Caruthersville getting a forfeit victory over Donovan. We have Portageville and East Prairie underway over on the KMIS streaming platforms and the KMIS radio station. Sikeston will kick it away to Kennett. So Kennett will get the football first. Let's see if we can get some points on the board. Once again, Sikeston was shut out last week against Dexter, as they have had a hard time stopping teams defensively, giving up 46 yards carry and an onside kick, and I think Kennett's going to fall on it. That didn't go 10 yards, Darryl.
No, it didn't.
I think Kennett's going to fall on it and get some pretty good field position over across the 50-yard line, though.
And we'll take it.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're 0-2, and Sikeston, I think, decided to pull out all the stops, but the Kennett offense going to have a very short field here after a errant onside kick. It only went about 6-7 yards that time.
It's really great field position for the Indians. I'm sure they weren't exactly expecting an onside kick, but the good news is it didn't go the 10 yards, and we came up with the football. And
officials say Kennett football, which we pretty much knew, and the Kennett offense is out there ready to go to work. Sophomore quarterback Ty Jones will be the play caller. Running back Marquise Pittman just to the left of Jones. Twin receivers out to the right side on 1st and 10, and they'll hand off to Pittman going right, and he's wrapped up by a bunch of Bulldogs for a loss of 5 on the carry.
I say there's some big old boys on that Sikeston side, and they just came right through the line and got Pittman quickly.
I'd see the Sikeston linemen average well over 200 pounds, and we see it up front, so they're going to have a definite size advantage over Kennett up front, and it shows on 1st down. Now 2nd and 15 for the Indians after the loss of 5. Jones out of the shotgun. Pittman stands behind him. Screen pass out to the right side. It's complete. Breaking a couple of tackles and driving forward. Getting the yardage lost on 1st down was Jack Morrison that time. So it'll be 3rd down and 10 after the lost yardage just gained right back. Football now back in Sikeston territory at the 49-yard line of the Bulldogs.
We would like to have had that on the 1st down.
Duncan out to the left along with Potts and Morrison are the receivers. Caden Taylor in a slot to the left side, and Ty Jones out of the shotgun. Marquise Pittman, the running back, right behind him. They'll look left, throw left, screen pass complete to Taylor out of the backfield. They'll wrap up Taylor and knock him out of bounds, but a flag comes in late. That might be a horse collar against Sikeston. If so, that will give the Indians a 1st down. As it is, they're about 4 yards shy of the yard to gain. The back judge threw that one.
Face mask.
Face mask. So a 15-yard penalty, and the Indians get benefit of that one. They had stopped the Indians, but the face mask gives Kennett the 1st down.
At the point that they were on the field anyway, probably would have gone for it on 4th down, but we don't have to worry about that now. So
big 15-yard mark-off puts the football at the 28-yard line of Sikeston. Opening drive of the ball game, 10:29 to play, first quarter. Staying in there is Pittman at the tailback position. Now the officials will maybe adjust the spot of the football just a bit. They move it back a yard. Now we're ready to go. Ty Jones awaits the snap. 3 receivers out to the right in the formation. Cowbells from the students here at Sikeston. Handoff straight ahead. Pittman wrapped up by a couple of Bulldogs, and he may have got back. Might have gained a yard on the play, but not much. So far, up front, Sikeston has looked pretty strong defensively.
They're pretty tough up front. And I'm not sure he got a yard on that.
They're going to mark him down to the 27, so that'll be a pickup of
1.
Just about the length of the football. Not a whole lot of running room on first down for Pittman as he was wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Jones out of the shotgun. On 2nd and long, again, Pittman gets a carry. This time runs into a pile of Bulldogs and drives forward inside the 25 down to about the 24-yard line. That brings up 3rd down and long for the Indians. Football at the 24-yard line, so 3rd and 6 for Kennett. See if Kennett can convert here. Empty backfield now for Jones. A tight formation. As all the receivers are bunched up in the formation. Kennett needing 6 yards. Jones out of the shotgun. Takes a snap. Inside pitch to Pittman. Tries to get around a defender in nothing but red jerseys. Tries to turn the corner. He does, but a big hit. He's going to lose a yard. Knocked out of bounds right at the 25. And good job by Sikeston stretching that sideline to sideline, and Pittman not able to turn the corner, and it's 4th down and long for Kennett. They're going to need about 7 yards to pick up the first down.
This is something we hadn't seen so far. Pittman's usually had enough speed to get around everybody, but tonight he's in the negative. So
when he's ran up the middle, it seems like he's ran into a pile of players. Look like there's been some running room. Kennett needs 7 to move the chains, and Jones to throw. Has pressure, steps up. A flag comes in, maybe holding. Wide open receiver, caught and into the end zone for the touchdown.
He's waving it off.
We are going to have this one waved off. I think we have a hold in the backfield, and it is a hold on Kennett at the 30-yard line. A beautiful pass and throw. Jones, I believe it was to Morrison down around the goal line, who made the catch. You know, it wasn't Morrison, it was Spencer Potts, 12 down at the goal line.
He made that catch and took a big hit.
And hung on, and it would have been a touchdown if not for the hold. This will back up the Indians to the 35-yard line. So it'll be 4th down from the 35, and Kennett's going to have to pick up about 18 yards to pick up the first down. See if the Indians can come up with another big pass play. 3 receivers out to the right. Jones out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. Looks downfield. Now sets. Throws down toward the goal line. Lots of coverage, and the defender picks it off, thank you very much, at the 2-yard line. So Sikeston will have it at the 1-yard line instead of having it at the 35. That's one you just want to bat down.
Yeah, Caleb Duncan's wanting to know what happened to the flag on there knocking me down.
True. He was roughed up pretty good there. But that is better than a punt, Darryl.
Yes.
So now Sikeston backed up. We'll see their offense for the first time. See if the Kennett defense can step up. So far, Sikeston this season have not had a lot of success throwing the football. They'll have a receiver out to the left. They're primarily going to have to run it. And from their goal line, they'll try to run it, and they get some running room straight ahead across the 10 out to about the 12-yard line. So a big gain and a first down for the Bulldogs on their first play from scrimmage.
Yeah, that's Kedrick Sherrod.
He's a 6', 215-pound senior, averaging about 2.5 yards a carry, and another big play as Sikeston will get it across the 30 out to about the 38-yard line. Boy, that time, just the quarterback running around the edge, and Sikeston off to the races here. A couple of first downs on 2 carries. See if the Kennett Indian defense can step it up here and stop Sikeston. They got the double wing, and they'll hand it off. This time the ball may be loose, and Kennett falls on it, I believe. Yes, they do.
Hot dog, great job on the defense.
Man, stepping in there, Kennett, as we see the instant replay. Someone knocked it loose, and, boy, when you're having a bad season, Darryl, that's what happens. You're moving the ball a couple of plays, and then you turn it over, and Kennett gets it right back in great field position at the 32-yard line. Or 37-yard line.
They busted out, got 2 good running plays, and we're moving it down the field, so we're fortunate.
Well, the timeout is they're going to have an official timeout on the field. We're going to keep it right here for this one. One of our great broadcast sponsors is Danny Glass, Pima-Scott-Dunklin Electric Director. Danny is proud to support the Kennett Indians. He has done so for several years. Wishing the Indians good luck this season as he supports the broadcast of a lot of the area schools. Also, Skeeter Kell Sporting Goods. They're not just a name, they're a tradition. For over 60 years, Skeeter Kell has been the premier sports provider of area teams, coaches, and players. I wish the Kennett Indians and all the area teams best of luck this season. When you need sporting goods, it's Skeeter Kell. Saw Roger over there this afternoon at Skeeter Kell. And Eric Williams out at Skeeter Kell. Great bunch of folks at Skeeter Kell Sporting Goods. See if the offense can get things going. We had a big pass play in the end zone for a touchdown, but a hold called that one back. And so far, though, Darryl, I've been pretty impressive with the way Sikeston can run the football.
And their defense has been pretty good against the run
pretty
anyway.
stout as well. Now here's the Kennett offense back out there, man under center, and 3 backs in the backfield. Haven't seen this look. Now they hand it to Pittman, going right, and brought down for no gain. Again, Sikeston just getting good penetration.
They have got Pittman's number.
2nd and 10 for the Indians after no gain on first down. Like you said, Pittman in the negative yardage territory probably so far on this ball game. Again, Jones will be under center. 3 backs lined up behind him in the backfield. And a flag will fly, and Jones was grabbed up along the defensive line.
They need to
It's
go
be
to
a
that
false
buffet
start.
formation.
What's that?
They may need to try the buffet formation.
Well, the Indians going to be backed up 5 here, so it'll be 2nd and 15 now for Kennett. 7:37 to go first quarter. Scoreless. Second drive of the ball game for Kennett. Penalty. We'll put it at the 41-yard line of Sikeston. A touchdown called back because of a hold. And now a false start will back up the Indians. Again, 3 backs in the backfield for the Indians, and under center is Ty Jones. So far, very little running room for the Kennett Indians. And Jones almost tackled in the backfield. They'll hand it off, and fighting forward to the 40 was the ball carrier.
I believe that's Henson, I believe.
Yeah, it looked like Henson. Colin Henson, the 5'9", 160-pound senior, carries and may have got a couple of yards back, but it's 3rd and long. I'll tell you what, until we throw some pass plays, Darryl, I don't know if we're going to be able to run against the Sikeston defense.
I don't think we will. And, of course, if you get to that point, then they're going to start looking for that pass play all the time.
They almost tackled Jones before he could get out from under center that time. They got such penetration. Jones now will move out of the shotgun, and we're going to have a timeout as Coach Webster wants to talk things over. We'll take one as well. Scoreless, Kennett with a 3rd and 13 when we return right after this.
Delicious deals for delicious meals at McDonald's. Get exclusive deals on your McDonald's favorites in the McDonald's app with contactless mobile order and convenient drive-thru pickup. Get a free large fries when you download the McDonald's app and join My McDonald's Rewards. Download it today. Your local Kennett McDonald's has been serving the Kennett community for over 30 years and is proud to support area youth.
All your friends at the local McDonald's wish the Kennett Indians a safe and successful season. Go Indians!
At American Elite Realty, your business is appreciated. They are locally owned and support the communities you live in. Their professional agents can help you find your new home or commercial property. They work closely with your lender to make the buying process easy. Contact a professional agent at 573-888-5373 or view their listings at AmericanEliteRealty.com. Tina Privet, broker, an equal housing opportunity company.
American Elite Realty is proud to support the Kennett Indians and wishes them a successful season.
Back to action, 3rd and 13 for the Indians after the timeout. 3 receivers right, Pittman to the left to Jones, and motion is Morrison, and they'll try to do a reverse. Jones has it, throws downfield, and the pass complete to Duncan for a first down. And Caleb fights forward near the 20-yard line. I don't know how Jones escaped with the football, but he got the pass right into Caleb Duncan's chest, and Caleb turns it upfield and picks up the first down.
He was lucky to have gotten away with that because when he bobbled it, there was about 2 defenders really close to him, and I thought, oh, this could be disastrous.
They're going to spot the football at the 22-yard line of Sikeston, 1st and 10, Kennett. They've abandoned the 3-back backfield, and then out of the shotgun is Jones. Has Pittman to his right and 3 receivers to the right of the formation. Pittman the carry. This time running room. Pittman in the open field inside the 10. 1st and goal Indians down to the 5-yard line. There's a quick hitter. No dancing around. He hit the hole quickly, and we know Pittman's speed, and he picks up a first down, and Indians knocking on the door.
In the Baker Implement red zone.
In the Baker Implement red zone. Indians trying to score first in this one. Jones out of the shotgun. Pittman to his right. 3 receivers to the right. Jones hands it to Pittman. Pittman has a Bulldog on his back as he's drugged down at about the 3-yard line. And a flag on the far side of the field. We'll see what this is about, and it could be a procedure against Kennett. Someone got a little quick start over there along the receiver side of things.
Illegal
shift against Kennett. Boy, Kennett has had a holding call that brought back a touchdown. They've had a false start, and now a illegal shift will back them up. Now it'll be 2nd and goal from about the 10-yard line. You just can't make these mistakes, Darryl. They put the offense in a much tougher position. It will be 1st and goal from the 10. So the last play did not count since there was an illegal shift. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 10 for the Indians. Out of the pistol formation, Jones with Pittman behind him. Runs the option, pitches to Pittman. Pittman cuts it inside. Pittman into the end zone. Touchdown, Indians. Nice option run that time. Jones pitching to Pittman. In from 10 yards out, and the Indians go up 6-0. Nice looking play that time. Of course, Jones very athletic. Now they got that swinging gate formation. Now everybody comes back in. And the Indians are going to try to kick the extra point. Now they toss the tee out of the way. And all of that, now whistles blow. I don't think the play clock was running that time.
I think there's something in the end zone.
Okay, there is a towel in the end zone, so maybe they stopped it. Well, that was in a very fancy formation, and they were going to run the football, and the whistle blows. So,
well, there it goes.
Offsides against Sikeston.
Really?
So
all right.
That'll move it half the distance to the goal.
Now we bring
in our
out
favorite formation, the buffet formation, coming into the ball game. Darryl and I love this formation. But the buffet, the power formation, in for the 2-point conversion. Jones awaits the snap. Pittman behind him and some big blockers to the right side. Just to the right of the quarterback, there's Pittman. He goes into the end zone, 2-point conversion. And when you go through the buffet line, you don't get touched. Into the end zone, 2-point conversion, good.
That's exactly right.
8-0 Indians. We'll kick it off to the Bulldogs when we return right after this.
Tee it up at the Kennett Country Club. You can save now with great deals in the Pro Shop. All Resky clothing, 30% off. Resky shorts and shirts, regular $59, now only $41. Also, Vineyard Vines and FootJoy marked 15% off. Fall is the perfect time to hit the course. The weather is perfect and the golf course is in great condition. Non-members can play with a green fee and cart rentals are available. Be sure to ask about the membership specials. Tee it up at the Kennett Country Club.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help you make your place a show place. Living room suites, recliners, including lift chairs, bedroom suites, mattress sets with adjustable bases, appliances, and TVs. We have several payment options available. Come see us at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. A family furniture tradition for over 70 years.
Daryl Wilcoxon and Perry Jones up in the booth, as you just saw the Wilcoxon Home Place commercial. Appreciate their sponsorship as the Indians go up 8-0, 5:19 to go first quarter. Kickoff is short and going to be bounced at about the 22, picked up by the Bulldogs. They'll go across the 30, still on their feet, across the 35, across the 40, and a good return by Sikeston. For the return man is brought down. On the first possession of Sikeston, they carried it 2 times for big yardage and then fumbled it on their third carry. Kennett took advantage and punched it into the end zone to lead 8-0. Second opportunity here for Sikeston in that offense out on the field. A couple of receivers out to the left side for the Bulldogs. They ran that double wing a lot in that first offensive series.
You can't do that arm tackling on those bigger backs or bigger running return men.
Man in motion left to right, and they'll hand it off over the left side. Short yardage that time, diving to about the 44-yard line, the ball carrier. Brings up 2nd and 8. Gain of 2 as we're just under 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Kennett leading 8-0. Quarterback out of the shotgun. 2 receivers out to the left. 3 defenders out there for the Indians. Now one of those men going in motion, and
they've got a little
motion on the line. Sikeston will have a little false start. Back them up 5 yards. Marks the football back at the 39-yard line. 2nd down for Sikeston, and now Sikeston will take a timeout. We'll take one as well. 4:40 to play first quarter. Back with more in 1 minute.
Everything Barbecue has over 300 rubs and sauces with a tasting station so you can try before you buy. Purchase 5 sauces or rubs, get 1 free, plus a year's supply of pellets with the purchase of a wood pellet grill. Choose from Traeger, Smokin' Brothers, Myron Mixon, PK Grills, Weber, Oklahoma Joe, Kamado Joe, or Blackstone. They also carry Uni pizza ovens, ThermalWorks thermometers, and have a large selection of grilling accessories, fuels, cutting boards, and handmade charcuterie boards. Everything Barbecue. Inside Keith's Pool Care, 1215 Independence Avenue in Kennett.
When your loved one is on the brink, their future in the hands of strangers, and all you have is hope, choose the safest hospital in Eastern Arkansas. Your safety isn't a goal, it's a promise.
Back to action at Sikeston, 4:40 to go first quarter. Bulldogs with a 2nd and 13. From their own 39, they'll run the pitch to the left side. Now turn it up, still on their feet. Nice gain out to the 48-yard line of Sikeston. We'll bring up 3rd down, just shy of midfield. They're going to need just about 4 yards to pick up the first down. Craig, that time the ball carrier. Play call coming in for the Bulldogs. They may be in 4-down territory here, Darrell, even though they're shy of midfield. They don't have a whole lot to lose.
Exactly. It's a long 4, almost 5 to go.
The snap goes to the back, a flag down. I think this one's going to come back for a motion penalty,
and
the ball comes loose. I think Sikeston may have fell on the football, but there's a couple of flags back on the play.
I think that's an illegal shift on Sikeston. I could be wrong, but
I believe one of them, and then they may have a false start. There's an illegal shift, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty and replay the third down. Unless Kennett fell on the football, that would be the other deciding factor, but I believe Sikeston got back on the loose football that time. They'll mark the penalty off back to the 43-yard line. So 3rd and 9 coming up for Sikeston.
Now, if they don't get but maybe 1, possibly 2 yards, you might see them punt at this point.
Yeah, back at when they were knocking on the midfield stripe, it was one thing. But Sikeston now needing a 3rd and 9. Inside their own 45, and they're going to pitch it to the quarterback, or he's going to keep it, and he's going to turn the corner and has a lot of running room. Watch out. Craig on the loose, and Craig inside the 20, knocked out at the 19-yard line.
And no flags.
Caden Craig's only 5'9", 185-pounder, but he has some speed. Only 2 pass attempts coming into the ball game. For 14 yards. He rushed 9 times for 19 yards and a touchdown, but he out-totaled that number right there.
That's about 43 yards right there.
So now a timeout on the field as Kennett will talk things over. One of our great sponsors, Jim Bollinger and Sons. They're the place to call for your heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical needs. They can do it all. They have locations in Kennett and Dexter. You can give them a call, and they'll take care of whatever you need. 888-3687. That's the number to call. Kennett taking the timeout. I think they may be a little surprised at how the Sikeston Bulldogs are able to move the football. They were shut out by Dexter last week, but they have moved it up and down the field against Kennett so far.
They had a good formation there. They had about 3 blockers out in front of the quarterback, and they were just all running to the right side. It kept the Kennett defenders at bay and couldn't get to him, and so good yardage for Sikeston.
Some score updates. Portageville leads East Prairie 12-0. Jackson over Farmington 7-3. It's Scott City leading Hayti 8-0. Park Hill Central 14-0 over Potosi. And here our score 8-0. Kennett leading Sikeston, but the Bulldogs now in the red zone for the first time this evening at the 18-yard line. 1st and 10. 2 receivers out to the left side. Caden Craig, the quarterback, takes the snap and hands it off. Running back dances, looks for room, and finds very little that time. Bullock that time with a carry and really had nowhere to go that time as he was swarmed under. Gain of a yard, 2nd and 9 from the 17-yard line of Kennett. Again, 2 receivers out to the left side. Craig, the quarterback, has a running back to his left, a big blocking back to the right side of the line. That blocking back goes in motion. The quarterback, Craig's going to keep it, turn the corner, has the first down, and more as he gets inside the 10 and down to the 6-yard line. Tell you what, the best play they have right now is Caden Craig running the football by far. And they're going to hurry it up to the line of scrimmage. 1st and goal for Sikeston. Kennett up 8-0, but Sikeston threatening here.
And they're smelling it too. They're ready.
2 receivers out to the left. Craig out of the shotgun. Again, that big blocking back, number 72 on the right side of the formation. And this time the handoff straight ahead. Tailback that time gets inside the 5 down to about the 3. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 3 for Sikeston. Again, they're no huddle. 2 receivers out to the left side. Caden Craig looks over toward the sideline, and now whistles will blow, and we'll see. Sikeston, I believe, is going to take a timeout. So we're going to take a 30-second break here. 30-second break. after the Sikeston timeout. Actually, Kennett has a player that may be cramping up down on the goal line. So we'll take a break. Be back with more in 30 seconds.
You'll always get the best price and selection on new furniture and appliances from Bullock Furniture in Kennett. Come check out their huge selection of living room and bedroom suites, recliners, and name brand appliances, plus bedding and flooring options, priced to save you money and ready for delivery. Right now, get 0% down and no interest for 2 years for qualified buyers. Secondary financing is also available. Get the best price and selection on new furniture and appliances at Bullock Furniture, 1111 Independence Avenue in Kennett.
Kennett with a player that was injured or may have been cramping up on that last play, and Gadberry, one of their ball carriers, the tailback, came out of the ball game limping after that last carry. So we are back to action, second and goal from the 3-yard line for the Bulldogs. Pierce Baker takes the snap, now running straight ahead into the end zone. Touchdown, Keon Adkins, the running back. Sikeston with a touchdown with 2:02 to play first quarter. Cuts the Kennett lead down to 2. Keon Adkins, a sophomore, 5'8", 160-pounder, and that running back, he can pick him up and down. 9 carries, 74 yards, averaging 8.2 yards a carry, and Sikeston will go for the 2. Flags will stop this one before it gets underway, and a false start will make that 2-point conversion a little more difficult for the Bulldogs.
I know we're 2-0 and they're 0-2, but we'll still take all the help we can get.
So now the 2-point try will come from the 8-yard line. Kennett leading 8-6. Sikeston has answered after the Kennett touchdown. 2 receivers to the left, one of those in motion. And the quarterback will keep running to his right. Kennett will try to stretch it out, to miss tackle, and they will not be able to knock him out of bounds. He just gets inside the pylon, and the 2-point conversion makes it an 8-8 ball game. 2:02 to play, first quarter. Kennett gets it when we return to Sikeston in 1 minute.
At Harris Pharmacy, you can get all of your prescriptions in one stop, and we'll even remind you when it's time to get a refill with our MedSync and Refill Reminder programs. Hi, this is Darren with Harris Pharmacy. Stop by today at 1224 1st Street in Kennett for your over-the-counter and prescription needs. You can come through the drive-thru, or we deliver for free inside the city limits of Kennett. We also offer flu, shingles, and pneumonia vaccines. Come see us today at Harris Pharmacy in Kennett. Good luck, Indians. The staff here at Harris Pharmacy are proud supporters of KHS football. We'd like to wish the team a safe and successful year.
At Todd and Atwill LLP in Kennett, your situation matters. They understand that unfortunate circumstances arise and are here to provide the legal services you need with integrity and care. Partnering attorneys Darren Todd and Lee Atwill are committed to providing the best legal representation possible. They specialize in personal injury, criminal defense, social security disability, bankruptcies, and more. Visit toddatwill.com for more information. Todd and Atwill, LLP, proud to support the Kennett Indians.
Sikeston will come out, and the football laying down on the field. They tee it up and kick it before anybody can get ready, and Kennett will fall on it at the 35-yard line. So that's where the Indians will take over. So far, Sikeston with their kickoffs, they haven't given Kennett a lot of opportunity to get that long return. They had a onside kick that went drastically bad. That one was more of a line drive, and Kennett will fall on it at the 35.
Lucky to have gotten that in the way we did, because it was a screamer. And
see if the Kennett offense can get it going once again, as they're still waiting to spot the football. I think they're trying to decide which football is the Kennett football and which one they're going to toss out to the sideline for Sikeston. Now that's been determined. We're ready for action. Ty Jones out of the pistol formation, has Marquise Pittman behind him. 3 receivers to the right on 1st and 10 from the Kennett 35-yard line. Just inside of 2 minutes to play opening quarter, and we are tied at 8. Still 14 seconds of the play clock, and Jones still awaits the snap, gets the snap, hands it off. Pittman going straight ahead, runs into a red jersey and gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that is all. Second and 10 for the Indians. Pittman with a big run into the end zone for the touchdown. But on most occasions here in the ballgame, Pittman's been finding some friction right around the line of scrimmage from those big defensive linemen.
He's got a touchdown, but he's worked hard on those 8 carries for just 20 yards.
Second and 10 from the 35. Jones looks to throw, and he's going to be sacked for a big loss. Untouched up through the center of that line was a sack by Jones, and that's going to be a big, big loss. And that'll bring up 3rd and long for the Indians. They're going to spot the ball at the 30, which is fortunate. That makes it 3rd down and 15 instead of about 20.
Could have been a whole lot worse. And there's the situation that Dennis and I talked about on the first game. You see them coming in at you like that, you've kind of got to sling that thing somewhere just so you don't take that loss.
3rd and 15 from the Kennett 30. Jones awaits the snap, and the Bulldogs will be coming after him. He rolls left. Bulldogs in the backfield, throws it along the sideline, is overthrown and out of bounds. Duncan was over there along the sideline, but there was a lot of Bulldogs also in the area, and Ty Jones could not get set that time, and the Indians will have to punt it away.
He was trying to get it gone because he had another Sikeston Bulldog almost in his face again.
23 seconds to go in the first quarter, and Kennett will punt it away with Spencer Potts. Potts inside his own 20, awaits the snap, and I bet Sikeston comes at him here, but he gets the punt away. A knuckleball that lands across midfield, now scooped up by the Bulldogs on the run and knocked out of bounds on the far sideline across into Indian territories at the 48-yard line. So Sikeston, good field position. The law office of Peltz, McMullen, Edgington, and Morgan, one of our great sponsors. They have years of experience. They're the name to trust when you need an attorney. Call them. They're located at 217 College Avenue, or give them a call, 888-4644. Bulldogs, after tying the ball game up with a touchdown and 2-point conversion, in business at the Kennett 48. 1st and 10, final seconds of this first quarter, and a run straight ahead for about 3 yards down to the 45-yard line. Gadberry gets the carry that time. Going to be just about a gain of 3 as they're going to spot it right on the 45, and that's going to end the first quarter of action. We are tied at 8. Sikeston with the ball when we return with the second quarter right after this.
Get the perfect lunch for just $5 at Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's 10 all-white meat chicken nuggets for only $5. Get dinner on the table fast with KFC's $20 fill-up. 4 pieces of chicken, 12 chicken nuggets, 4 biscuits, fries, and 4 dipping sauces for just $20. Order ahead at KFC.com or get it delivered with DoorDash. Download the KFC app to unlock more finger-licking benefits. Get the perfect lunch at KFC for just $5 or make it a chicken night with KFC's $20 fill-up.
At Glen Sane, we want you to be pleased with us. Can we please everyone that walks in the door? No, I've never said that. But I can assure you that we'll work harder than any other dealer to take care of our customers. We want you to enjoy talking to us. That's how we keep growing. Best price, best service. Glen Sane, and God bless our troops.
Ready for the second quarter, 8-8 our score. Kennett and Sikeston in a good one. Darrell, we were tied with Donovan after the first quarter last week, so we can look at it that way, but both teams with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Whistles blow before the play gets underway. Football at the 45-yard line of Kennett. It'll be second and about 7 coming up here for Sikeston. See what the whistles are about. Officials work all of that out. No penalty. And here we go. 2nd and 7 from the Kennett 45. They'll hand off to the motion man. Kennett in the backfield will wrap him up, and they'll say forward progress is stopped all the way across midfield back at the 49-yard line. Now this official is going to say at the 50, so they're going to put it down right at midfield, but a loss on the play brings up 3rd and about 12 for Sikeston. Kennett got some penetration in the backfield that time. 2 receivers to the left. And here's a false start by Sikeston. That'll back him up 5 yards. Everybody moved except the center, and he was still over the football. So 5-yard penalty, and that's a costly one. That brings up 3rd down and 17 for Sikeston. Football goes back to the 45-yard line of the Bulldogs.
Be a good time for another turnover.
Would be a great time to pick one off and maybe run one back. And
there's
again, we're going to have a false start. We're going to back them up even more. We appreciate it. That'll put it back to the 40-yard line. They have to get down to the 38 of Kennett to move the chains, and Sikeston will take a timeout. Timeout on the field, one of our great Kennett Indian broadcast sponsors, Kennett Trust Bank, located at 917 First Street in Kennett. They're locally owned, full-service bank. They've been serving Kennett and the surrounding areas since 1963. At Kennett Trust Bank, you're not just a number. You are a valued community member who they're proud to call a customer. Kennett Trust Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Also Duncan Sheet Metal, one of our great broadcast sponsors. You can turn to the experts at Duncan Sheet Metal for your heating and cooling needs. I wish Caleb Duncan and the Kennett Indians a safe and successful season. 601 South Bypass in Kennett. Duncan Sheet Metal, been a great sponsor of our broadcast. We appreciate them. Sikeston back out on the field, 3rd and forever. Scoreboard says 17, but that is not correct. I believe it's a little bit more than 17.
It's more like 27.
Yeah, that's more like it. Quarterback will keep, and he's going to be wrapped up and brought down for a loss of about 3. Now Kennett getting some penetration on the quarterback. Atkins, who's taking the snap. That'll bring up 4th down, and Sikeston will go in punt formation.
That's Chris Jefferson breaking through there and making that tackle.
Nice job by Chris. Got great penetration. Riddle, the punter, stands at his own 24-yard line. See if Kennett can get a good return here. Last punt was a knuckle variety. This one's up. It's a spiral, and it will land and take a Kennett bounce and now roll down to the 40-yard line of Kennett. So that's where Kennett will take over 1st and 10. Pittman was back there, but alertly just got out of the way of that one. So Kennett takes over. 10:46 to play, 2nd quarter. And we're tied at 8. Good job by Kennett getting a stop, but that was aided mightily by penalties by Sikeston on that drive.
We were talking about Portersville and East Prairie. It's Portersville 28, East Prairie nothing so far.
Oh, we got the buffet formation, Darryl, on 1st and 10 from the 40. And the handoff goes to Pittman. Pittman runs over a couple of players and gains about 2 yards. Not quite the official buffet formation, but they had some blocking backs. We saw that, some last year.
Right.
And this is going to be a procedure penalty, so just like Sikeston did on their previous possession, Kennett will have a 1st and 15 after a false start, a procedure. This will not be one of those games you'll want to look at the game film and see how to play a clean half of football, because
you're
both
not
teams
looking for highlights if you're watching it this week.
Couple of good touchdown runs by both teams and 2-point conversions, but after that, both teams have been a little sloppy. Again, the big backfield out there for Kennett. This time a 1st and 15. Ty Jones awaits the snap. Now Morrison goes out of the backfield, and the throw over the middle complete to Caleb Duncan. Caleb breaks a tackle and is brought down at the 46-yard line of Sikeston. This is a flag on the play, so we'll see what the call is all about. The pass play was good for about 10 yards. Maybe a sideline warning was what that one was. No, they're going to mark it back against Kennett. Another false start. I think that was a delay of game. I don't think they got the play off in time. So that wipes off a big gain, and now it is first down and 20 for Kennett. Football back at the 30. Boy, Caleb Duncan took a beating that time.
He did,
after catching
and
it.
for nothing.
Thought we might have had a late hit after the tackle, but so now the whistles will blow, and Kennett will take a timeout. Let's take one as well. Back with more in 1 minute.
I'm Chase Birch, the branch manager and loan officer at Unico Bank in Kennett. I specialize in agricultural and commercial lending. At Unico Bank, we pride ourselves in working for our customers by having the knowledge and experience to best serve them, no matter what their banking needs may be. If you have a question about any of our banking services, just give me or any of our staff a call at 573-888-8808 or stop by 1115 Independence Avenue here in Kennett. Unico Bank, your homegrown bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
CLGW makes it easy to work or play online with their fiber internet service available for residential or business use. CLGW Fiber Internet offers lightning-fast connection speeds with a larger bandwidth for faster data transmission and no data caps. Packages start as low as $19.99 per month with no contracts, and it's billed right with your utilities. CLGW is local, which means faster service times for outages and trouble calls and local technicians when you call in. Call CLGW today for more info, 888-5366, or online at CLGW.net.
First and 20 for Kennett after a couple of procedure penalties from their 30. They have to get to the 50 to move the chains. Jones out of the shotgun. Running back behind him, Jones rolls right, looks downfield, throws downfield, and the pass in and out of the hands of the receiver. Had a man out there on the near sideline, and that was Carter Shoemaker, I believe.
Shoemaker, yeah.
Goes off Carter's hands. Well, that time Jones put it right on Shoemaker's hands, just couldn't hang on right along the Sikeston sideline. It'll be second and 20 for Kennett. That would have picked up about 15 of those yards there had Kennett been able to hang on. Receivers out to the near side. They have three receivers to the near side. Jones out of the shotgun. I think Henson is the back behind him on second and 20. Jones with a high snap, takes it, steps up, looks downfield. Now flag comes in, and the pass is overthrown and may have a hold on the play by the Indians. Tried to block for Ty Jones and give him a little bit of protection, and I think one of the Indians may be guilty of the hold, and that's what it is. Another 10 yards marked off against the Indians. So the Indians going in the wrong direction. They started at the 40-yard line, and they have been steadily moving backwards. A couple of procedure penalties and now a holding penalty. The pass was incomplete. The Bulldogs are going to decline the penalty. So they will decline the penalty, and it'll be third down and 20 yards to go for Kennett.
Take the down
so
instead
of making
the
it
yardage.
A second down and 30, it's going to be a third and 20 for Kennett. Sikeston moving more in a prevent here now as they're dropping several players back on third and long. Single receiver right and left. Jones will move under center. Backs in the eye behind him in the backfield. They'll hand off. Now the flea flicker as they get it back to Jones. He's pressured, throws it up for grabs down the field, and the ball is incomplete. Out of bounds. Down inside the 40-yard line, intended for Jack Morrison, but Jones again had company right in the backfield, and Kennett will have to punt it away. He just threw that one up for grabs and hoping his guy could grab it.
Well, he threw it up with an outfield of Sikeston players
That's another case, though, Darryl. If that would have been intercepted, it's probably better than what our punt would be.
You're probably right.
Because it was down near the 40, and we'll see where the football ends up as Kennett punts it away. This one is going to land at the 35.
Actually,
and this
going to
one
be better
goes
for us
Kennett's
on this
favor
one.
inside the 30. They'll fumble it. Kennett fights for it. Do they get it back? No, Sikeston, I think, falls on it. But a great opportunity, but Kennett couldn't follow the loose football. Sikeston does. They'll have it at the 26-yard line, but it was up for grabs if someone for the Indians could have pounced on it. Looking at the instant replay, courtesy of NEA Baptist Hospital. Sikeston with the football, the 26-yard line of the Bulldogs. We have 9:15 to play in the half. We are tied at 8. Good ball game coming your way from Sikeston.
Kennett's going to need to play as good a defense they did on their last set of downs.
They got that double wing, and this time the quarterback will keep it. The Powell moves forward and gets out to the 30. Didn't look like much there, but they're going to gain about 3 yards on the play just from a good leg drive by the Bulldogs. Call it a gain of 2, 2nd and 8 for Sikeston at their own 29-yard line. Single receiver to the right. They have wings to the left and right. The quarterback under center, a tailback in the backfield. Motion man, the wing man gets the carry, turns a corner, and has tons of room. Out across the 40, that'll be a first down. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42-yard line. That has been a very successful play for Sikeston out of that wing formation, and they've been able to turn the corner on Kennett on a couple occasions in the ball game. Again, that double wing formation, quarterback under center. Man in motion left to right, and this time the ball carrier gets it going around the left side and going to get out to midfield. Gadberry gets the carry out to the 49-yard line of Sikeston. That brings up second down at just about 4 yards after a gain of 6 as the Bulldogs approaching midfield with 8:10 to play in the half. In that double wing formation. Tailback in the backfield. The wingman goes left to right. And this time the quarterback hands off to the tailback, and he has tons of room. First down and more inside Indian territory and brought down at the 30-yard line of Kennett. Keodrick Sherrod with the carry that time. And a Sikeston player down at midfield, so an injury timeout. We'll keep it right here and tell you that T.R. Baker Insurance in Kennett is one of our great broadcast sponsors. They're an independent insurance agency offering a variety of insurance for both commercial and personal accounts, life, health, workers' compensation, and more. In business and servicing the area since 1966, you can give them a call for an insurance quote today. Lots of scores coming in. We're going to have the complete list for you at halftime as Daryl Wilcoxon alongside in the booth, and one of the Sikeston players also getting stretched out over on the sideline. The law office of Jeff McCormick, another one of our great sponsors. Jeff can help with your criminal defense needs, divorce, family law, personal injury claims. Jeff McCormick reminds you, if you think you need a lawyer, you probably do. Located at 304 Kennett Street. Give him a call at 888-4357 and get the help you need. Injured player making his way off the field under his own power for Sikeston. That is good to see. Is Vic Mora, I believe, senior, 6'1", 310. Big boy coming off the field for Sikeston. Sikeston first and 10 after the nice game. This double wing formation has been the most effective for Sikeston so far in the ball game.
Kennett gets confused on who's getting the ball, and then they get behind trying to bring him down.
Motion man gets the nope. They're going to reverse it back left side, and lots of running room and touchdown for the Bulldogs. As into the end zone, Sikeston Gadberry with a carry and the touchdown. Gadberry, the junior, gets into the end zone, and Sikeston goes up 14-8 over Kennett. I think when we look at the halftime stats, we're going to find out that Sikeston, yardage-wise, has put up a pretty good half of football.
They have got a lot of yardage. Kennett's lucky to even be this close at this point.
See if we can stop the two-point conversion here, 14-8. Sikeston with the lead, and again, that double wing formation, not a surprise on this two-point conversion. Quarterback under center, a wing to the right and left, and the tailback. The wingman goes in motion. They'll hand off to the tailback. He's going to be stood up, and the whistles blow, and the two-point conversion is no good. 14-8. Sikeston leads Kennett with 7:46 to play in the first half. We'll take a 30-second break. Kennett gets it when we return right after this.
At Sonic Drive-In in Kennett, our priority isn't just great service, it's great experiences. Whether you're coming for a cherry limeade on your lunch break or picking up shakes with your team after a big win, we're ready for you. Want a burger for breakfast or breakfast for dinner? No problem. We serve our full menu all day long, delivered with a smile. This is how we Sonic. Order through the Sonic app and get half-price drinks and slushes all day long. Open till midnight. Sonic Drive-In, 1101 1st Street in Kennett.
Sonic Drive-In, one of our great sponsors. Go on by Sonic Drive-In in Kennett. Get you a great treat on your Friday night. A lot going on in Kennett this weekend. The Kennett Cruiser Show will be out with Monty Lyons broadcasting from Jones Park for that event tomorrow. Three-person scramble going on out at the Kennett Country Club also this weekend. Big group in town for that. And here we have a good football game. Kennett trying to answer after a couple of Sikeston scores, an onside kick, a squib kick, and Kennett will fall on it at the 42-yard line. Again, they don't want to kick to the deep men of Kennett, but Kennett's going to have good field position across their own 40-yard line. Let's see if we can put some more points on the board. Retake the lead. 7:42 to play in the half. Three kickoffs for Sikeston. They've yet to kick it deep. On the last Kennett possession, it was penalties that backed the Indians up. A couple of procedure penalties and then a holding penalty. Kennett unable to overcome those. Again, they have a couple of backs just to the right of the quarterback, and Pittman, the tailback, in the backfield. On 1st and 10 from the 42. Pittman gets the carry, goes straight ahead. This time he has a hole across midfield. First down.
Like a face
and
mask. I don't know if they
he'll
caught
get
it.
out to almost the 45-yard line of Sikeston. As that time that blocking backs up front, the offensive line opening up a nice hole for Marquise Pittman, the senior running back. 1st and 10 and into Bulldog territory at the 45. Darrell will have all the scores in the first half stats coming up at halftime. Again, same formation. It worked the last time. Kennett doing it again here. Jones awaits the snap. Pittman, the tailback, and a couple of blockers to the right side of the formation. Kennett will give it to Pittman, this time going right. Cuts it inside. Good room. Pittman still on his feet. One man to beat. Pittman at the 20, at the 15, at the 10, and brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
Horse collar.
And a horse collar penalty is going to probably move it half the distance to the goal. Marquise Pittman, very impressive. Couple of runs that time on this drive. See our instant replay, and you see us moving into the Case IH Baker Implement red zone with that nice carry, Marquise Pittman. Let's see the buffet formation, Darrell. What do you think? This formation has worked, so I wouldn't be surprised we don't continue to see this, but when we get down here knocking on the goal line, we're going to keep the same formation, and I think until they stop it, just keep pounding them.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Jones out of the shotgun, and Pittman will be the tailback. 1st and goal, and Pittman dances straight ahead. Met by the Bulldogs, very close to the goal line. He's in for the touchdown. Pittman just gets the football across the goal line, and Kennett has tied the ball game at 14. As you see our instant replay from NEA Baptist Hospital. 2-point conversion upcoming for the Indians, trying to take the lead. 6:55 to go, second quarter, and that did not take long for the Indians to move it down the field. Again, they got that big formation. It has worked on this drive. Different tailback now into the ball game, and Jones, the quarterback, as Henson will be the tailback. And Henson gets the carry, and he's wrapped up in the backfield and not get into the end zone. So we are tied at 14, 6:55 to play, second quarter. We'll take a 30-second break, kick it off to the Bulldogs when we return to Sikeston right after this.
At First State Community Bank, we pride ourselves on our personal, friendly approach, and our commitment to the community makes us an effective business partner. That's why we're proud to announce that our efforts have earned us the title of Best In-State Bank for the state of Missouri, awarded by Forbes. We are incredibly grateful to our customers who allow us to be their trusted financial partner. Thank you for your confidence in FSCB and for this recognition as one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
Perry Jones, Errol Wilcoxon up in the booth at Sikeston. Good to have you along. Appreciate folks here at Sikeston High School and our broadcasters, Rusty Hendricks and Joe Bob Cameron, to our right and left. Always fun to be around those guys when we have a broadcast. And we got a good ball game, tied at 14, Darrell. And see if we can stop Sikeston here.
We need to. Can't let them come down, do like they did the last set of downs they had.
Indians get set to kick it away after the touchdown, tying the ball game. This one's a high kick. It's going to bounce at about the 20. Picked on the short hop. Up over the 30, a little bit of running room, and now knocked out of bounds about the 33. Good job that time by Kennett, not doing a late hit. They just pushed the ball carrier out of bounds, and they let up, and here comes the Bulldogs once again.
That was about a 12-yard return for them. And
you know, that double wing formation, that's such an old-school formation, but sometimes you put those things in, and it's hard to stop because a lot of teams don't see them that often.
They don't see it at all much these days. They usually go to those pro sets and
they're going to stick with it. One receiver out to the left, but don't expect a pass for the Bulldogs. A couple of double wing men, and they've been the killer so far, and there's movement up front, and this may be a false start, and it'll back up Sikeston 5 yards. Back them up 5 yards. I think I heard Rusty say 8 penalties now on Sikeston in the first half. Thank you very much, and it's a 14-14 ball game. Of course, Kennett's had their share of those as well. That's one took a touchdown off the board. Again, the double wing, and the motion man gets the carry. The ball pops loose. It's foul owned by the Indians at the 29-yard line. The ball was poked out of there, and the Indians fall on the loose football. Indians recover. How do you like that? Big turnover that time, and I believe Austin Gaddis, the sophomore, falls on that football for the Indians. Second turnover by Sikeston, and Kennett will have it at the 29-yard line of Sikeston. Here comes the offense back out on the field. Kennett with their own little twist on the last drive as they put a couple of blocking backs in there, and it was effective. This time the bigger backs are not in there as blocking backs. We have a couple of the speedier backs in there. Ty Jones will be the quarterback. Caden Taylor will be one of the blockers.
Now those guys, you could actually hand the ball off to either one of those.
You bet you. The other one, Jack Morrison. And the tailback, Marquise Pittman. So here we go, 12 seconds of the play clock. 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Jones awaits the snap. Takes it with 5 seconds, pitches to Pittman, tries to get around the corner, has a little running room. Pittman turns it inside, still on his feet, and gets, I believe, the first down as he's upended inside the 20. at about the 19-yard line. Now they're going to move it down to about the 18-yard line, and that will be a first down as the Indians move into the Baker Implement Case IH red zone with that nice carry by the senior Marquise Pittman. Little same formation, different look with the blockers up front. Again, the same two blockers in there. Different back is Henson in the backfield as Pittman gets a breather and Henson gets the pitch. Going to the right, has some company in the backfield. 3 red jerseys, and he's going to be wrapped up and brought down for a loss back at around the 24-yard line. At that time, Sikeston got the penetration, and Kylan Henson, the senior, had nowhere to go. Going to be a loss of about 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 15 for the Indians back at the 24-yard line. Approaching 6 minutes to go here in the first half of football, and we're tied at 14.
Well, don't need to waste this turnover that we got here. And
well, they
by
had
going
great
backwards.
field position. You want to take advantage of it. Jones will move under center, and again, 3 backs in the backfield. We saw this formation earlier. Again, Pittman is out of the lineup, and the handoff goes to the tailback. And again, no running room there. And Kennett on back-to-back plays will lose yardage, but a flag comes in, and another flag coming in on the sideline of Sikeston. There was one of the Kennett players along the sideline, and he may have been held over on the sideline. So let's see. This could be a big, big penalty.
They threw 2 of them. So
yeah, they threw one, and then they threw the second over along the sideline. The first one there.
They may be offsetting, but who knows?
Here's the official call. Personal foul against Kennett. Personal foul against
offsetting penalties.
Sikeston, offsetting penalties. And the football will be back at the 27-yard line. So Kennett going in the terrible, terrible direction here after creating the turnover. They had it inside their 20, and now they're back at the 27 and facing a 3rd down, and let's call it about 20 yards to go. 3 receivers near side. Kennett now sends Marquise Pittman into the backfield. See if Ty Jones can convert on this 3rd and 20. Takes the snap and hands it to Pittman. Pittman, very little running room. His helmet comes off.
Thought that was a ball, but it was a helmet.
The player will hit him when he's on the ground, and that's going to be a personal foul against Sikeston. And that will give Kennett a first down. Boy, 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 boy. Pittman's helmet popped off that time, and he goes and gets his mouthpiece and the rest of his headgear. He'll trot off to the sideline, and they're going to sort out the penalty. For one thing, Pittman's helmet popped off, and then he was hit in the back after he was down on the ground. We'll see if it was after the penalty. We're a long way away from the play, and the officials try to sort things out. This coming off 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties that offset. One on Kennett, one on Sikeston. Personal foul. Sikeston, this one. Picked up 2 yards, lost his helmet, and it was going to be 4th down and about 18 for the Indians. So now they're going to bring the captains for both teams over and say, guys, we got to clean up this garbage. Yeah, we had 3 personal foul penalties in the last 2 plays, and the officials doing a good job trying to get control of this one. So after the mark-off, the football goes down to the 13-yard line of Sikeston. So it won't be a first down, but it will be much, much better than it was. It'll be 3rd down and about 5 yards to go for the Indians. And it is 4-down territory without a doubt. And again, the captains are going to get together here a little bit with the officials. Caleb Duncan, the Kennett captain over there. We're 5:40 away from halftime, and we've had a full half of football here and a good one. Tied at 14. Kennett knocking on the door. It's going to be 4th down and 5. So 4th and 5, and that big lineup back in there for the Indians. This is the lineup they scored the touchdown on the last drive, but different back in the backfield, and whistles will blow before this one starts. And
timeout
Sikeston. So we'll take a 30-second break and be back. Kennett with a 4th and 4 when we return right after this.
Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whenever you want. In your life and on your farm, Case IH AFS Connect gives you more control. Monitor your operation, manage your fleet and your farm data your way. Case IH. Rethink productivity.
Perry Jones, Darrell Wilcoxon back at Sikeston. 5:20 to play. Second quarter and 14-14 ball game, and a big play here for Kennett. I'm kind of happy Sikeston took the timeout because Kennett didn't look real steady on that 4th and 4.
No, they didn't. They knew what that play was supposed to be, but they've run it several times, and I'm thinking they were probably saying, man, they've seen this a bunch of times. What are we going to do? So I'm glad they did too. I'm glad they took the timeout instead of us.
Well, Sikeston took the timeout because they weren't able to stop that set on the previous drive when Kennett marched it down the field. Pittman is back in now at running back. Last time we saw Marquise out on the field, he had his helmet knocked off, and now that big blocking lineup is in the backfield just to the right of Ty Jones, and Pittman behind him. Kennett needs 5 yards to move the chains. Sikeston crowd on their feet. Ty Jones awaits the snap, takes the snap, hands to Pittman. He runs into the line of Bulldogs and will not get it. Sikeston holds and takes over. That didn't fool the Bulldogs. They didn't get the blocking up front. Pittman had nowhere to go.
That's right.
Sikeston gets it back, and still with 5:16 to play in the half, they got some time to move it down the field.
That's a lot of time to move it back down the field. Kennett can't count on a turnover every time, so they're going to have to really stiffen up on defense.
Lots of scores coming in from Monty Lyons. We'll give you those updates at the half. And the ball carrier, the wingman, trying to turn the corner. And that time, nice job penetration by Kennett to trip him up for no gain. 2nd and 10 coming up for Sikeston.
I think they gave him a yard.
Gave him about a yard. You're right, Darrell. They put it right on the 15-yard line. And one of the Sikeston players a little slow getting up. And the trainer will go out and check on the player. I think that's Atkins injured on the play. A sophomore. Now he's off to the sideline. 2nd and 9 for Sikeston. The clock is running now as the whistles blow. 4:54 to play in the half. Double wing formation. And a little inside handoff, and again, Kennett is there, but the ball carrier will fight his way out to the 20. Gadberry, a strong runner, carries 2 or 3 Indians out to the 20, so it'll be 3rd down for Sikeston. 3 yards to go. Nose of the football just touching the 20-yard line.
They need to hold them here and force a punt.
Receiver out to the right side. Again, the double wing formation. Under center, the Sikeston quarterback. They need 3 yards to move the chains. And they'll hand it to the motion man, and he'll get the first down and more out near the 30-yard line. As that'll move the chains, and tell you what, we're having a hard time stopping that double wing formation.
That double wing is causing fits for the Indians.
Patterson that time, the ball carrier. He has good speed and picked up the first down. In that double wing for Sikeston. Quarterback moves under center. And double handoff that time, straight up the middle. And again, not much on first down. They may have got a yard out of that play. 3:46. The clock will temporarily stop. Now a motion penalty against Sikeston. So that'll back up Sikeston 5 yards.
Their receiver over here, everybody was set, and he was too far back, and he said, I got to scoot up a little closer. And so they got him on it.
So it'll be 1st and 15 for Sikeston. 3:46 to play in the second quarter. Now 2 receivers to the near side. Kennett with only 1 defender over here to the near side. I hope somebody else sees the 2 receivers. Now we got a man coming over, Jack Morrison, to cover the other receiver. A single wing, and that man goes in motion. Sikeston runs the option, and Kennett bottles him up, and they'll gain about a yard or 2 out to about the 25, and that's going to be it. That time, Kennett got out and got some penetration. They couldn't run to the sidelines. And
they had one blocker. He wasn't really blocking, but he was in the way. He couldn't get to it around him to make the tackle.
2nd and 13. 3:20 to go in the half. Sikeston over to the sideline. 19 seconds on the play clock as the call comes on for the Bulldogs. Atkins whispers the play to Gadberry, and now out of the shotgun, takes the snap. Kennett getting a little pressure. They're going to throw it down the field. Man open, and it's incomplete. Woo, a man was open, and
I don't believe that our defender touched that football, but he did stretch his arm out at the right time to make it where he couldn't see it.
Dismukes was out there, the sophomore, and just got the hand up and may have interfered
he may have
with the
actually
vision of
touched
the
that
receiver. Yeah, that could have been a touchdown if it landed in the receiver's hands, but now it's 3rd and 13. 2:50 to play in the half. Kennett gets a stop. They're going to have some time to try to put a go-ahead score on the board here in the first half. Quarterback keeps it, dances, wrapped up, and no, not much there, maybe a yard. So it's going to be 4th and about 12 for the Bulldogs. At the 26-yard line of Sikeston, they'll have to punt it away with 2:35 and clock ticking here in the first half. Would be a great time for a punt return, would it, Darryl?
Absolutely, I'd take that.
Riddle will stand at his 15-yard line. Pittman will go back for the return. He stands at the Kennett 45. Good protection. Here's a line drive, a big booming punt. That's going to land at the 30 and roll down to the 25-yard line. Nice punt that time by Riddle, the punter. And that flips the field around, and Kennett with 1:58 to go has to go 75 yards to put some points on the board.
75 yards is a long way when you haven't been moving the ball as any better than Kennett has been tonight. So
Kennett offense coming back out on the field. One thing you don't want to do, Darryl, is turn it over. And if you throw incomplete passes, then you have to give it back to Sikeston. No timeouts remain for Kennett or Sikeston here in the first half, so neither team can stop the clock. Here you'd like to move down the field and put some points on the board. Jones will be in the pistol formation. Pittman will be the running back behind him, and 3 receivers out to the left on 1st and 10 from the Kennett 25-yard line. Jones takes the snap. He's looking to throw. Now rolling to the left. Pass out on the left side is incomplete. Intended for Jack Morrison. Pretty well defended that time by Sikeston. That brings up 2nd and 10 from the Kennett 25, and the clock will stop with 1:49 to play in the half.
Jones has not had a very good night in the passing department tonight. So
he's had some passes that's hit receivers' hands, and they haven't held on, and that was a case where Morrison probably could have held on to that one. It was right where it needed to be. You don't want to throw an interception in this part of the field, but right now you're worried about giving the ball back to Sikeston as both teams out of timeouts. Jones on 2nd and 10 from the 25, and Sikeston will bring pressure. Jones rolls left, tries to set up, throws it down the field, has a receiver, but way overthrown and out of bounds as that one was incomplete along the far sidelines. I think the receiver was Carter Shoemaker down the sideline, and that pass goes out of bounds, and Jones that time off the mark. And Darryl, it's 3rd down and 1:42 remaining here in the half. We've had 2 passing plays and 2 incompletions.
I would have rather been running the football and using that clock.
I'd almost rather go in the locker room and see what happens, but see if Kennett can convert a big 3rd and 10 from their own 25-yard line. 3 receivers left. We're just 1 pass play away from moving her down the field. Jones takes the snap, again looks left. Now he's being pressured, going to be sacked. A big loss all the way back to the 15-yard line. Nobody open down the field. Jones rolling left. And Kennett will have to punt it away deep in their own territory. And we're going to have to play a little defense here if we're going to have a 14-14 tie going into the locker room. A couple of return men coming back for Sikeston. Patterson and Gorman stand just across the 50-yard line. Kennett will punt it away inside their own 5-yard line. A low snap. The punt is a short punt. A spiral, though, will land at the 40 and roll out to about the 42-yard line. So great field position for Sikeston. 52 seconds to play in the half. And again, neither team with timeouts, but boy, you don't like seeing Sikeston in this side of the midfield stripe. The good news is Sikeston's not a passing team.
Yes.
But they've had some big plays, and we'll see if they decide to air it out. They're going to have lots of receivers out in the formation. Twins right and left. On 1st and 10 from the Kennett 42, and they look to throw. They have some time, but a flag again.
Different quarterback in there, too.
Yeah, they have Baker in at quarterback. Pierce Baker, the quarterback. And another false start on Sikeston. Well, how many penalties has Sikeston had? Now it's going to be backed up to the 47-yard line.
This is a long first half.
Yeah, 1st and 15 for the Bulldogs. It's going to be knocking on the door of 8:30 by the time we hit halftime. Quarterback out of the shotgun, Twins right and left. This time pressure by Kennett. Quarterback will pitch it to the tailback. Watch out. Lots of running room. Little shovel pass. They'll have the first down and more inside the 30. What a play call that time by the Bulldogs. Little shovel pass as Kennett was bringing the heat. They have to hurry. 35 seconds to play in the half. Kennett gets on their side of the football, and Sikeston will clock it and stop the clock at 34 seconds to play in the half. 27-yard line, the line of scrimmage. Sikeston threatening, and 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. A little shovel pass was the pass that really hurt the Indians. Kennett looks to bring
There's another
heat.
flag.
Let's see if this is a false start on Sikeston. We hope it is.
Sikeston pointing toward Kennett. Nope.
That's another false start on Sikeston. That backs them up 5 yards. Thank you very much, Bulldogs. 33-yard line, the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 15, but more importantly, 33 seconds to go before the half. Kennett needs to bring Sikeston down in bounds here. 3 receivers left, 1 man to the slot to the right side. Quarterback rolls left, now being pressured, steps up, bring him down. Now a flag comes in, maybe a hold. The pass is complete, now to bounds the receiver.
That's going to come back.
But I think we're going to have a hold in the backfield against Sikeston. It is a hold. So this will back up the Bulldogs even more. 25 seconds to play in a half. Darrell, I was kind of joking. I thought it was going to be a knocking on the door of 8:30 when this first half ends, but it may be 8:30.
Keep throwing those flags. It could be easily.
They'll back the football back to the 42-yard line now after the penalty. They can pick up the first down at the 18, but 25 seconds remaining in the half. 2nd down and long for the Bulldogs. Twin receivers right, Twins left. They'll throw left, and the pass is incomplete. Brings up 3rd and long. 21 seconds to go in the half. Darryl, if we can just bring him down inbounds, we can go to the locker room.
I would be tickled with a halftime score tied no better than we've played this game.
3rd down coming up here. 25 yards to go for Sikeston. They're going to have 2 receivers to the near side, a blocking back to the right side of the formation. Gadberry is the running back, and the quarterback will keep it. Roll left, now throws across the middle, incomplete. It'll be 4th and long. 16 seconds to go in the half. We are tied at 14 here at Sikeston. Sikeston's punter, Riddle, has done a really nice job. I know they would like to punt this one away and maybe pin the Indians back here. Not give the Indians, Marquise Pittman, a chance for a return. That's the big thing. Riddle stands at his own 48. A low
and there's
snap,
a motion
the
penalty.
Will blow, and here's another Sikeston penalty. That'll give Kennett a little more running room. Pittman was standing at his own 10. I know he would like to catch this one on the run if he can come in and catch the punt, but Riddle's done a good job angling the punts away from Marquise Pittman, the return man. Now Riddle stands at his own 40, awaiting the snap. How about a block? A good snap. Now Riddle will do the old rugby-style kick, and Pittman will come on, take it on a hop, and be tackled inside the 10. So the clock with 3 seconds remaining in the half. I would be surprised if Kennett didn't do anything but take a knee inside their own 10, and we're going to go to the locker room tied at 14 unless we see a little Hail Mary here.
Tell you what, that was gutsy on Pittman to take that ball.
If Pittman would have got out of the way of that one, the clock would have ticked down to 0, but he did pick it up, and they tackled him.
Now you can guarantee they'll take a knee.
They are in the old safety formation here. So Kennett will take a knee, and they're going to go to the locker room. Jones takes the knee, and that's going to do it. 14-14, our first half score here from Sikeston. Good ball game. We're going to come back. Lots of scores to tell you about. We're going to check the first half stats and more. When our halftime show continues for Sikeston, we're back in 2 minutes.
Delicious deals for delicious meals at McDonald's. Get exclusive deals on your McDonald's favorites in the McDonald's app with contactless mobile order and convenient drive-through pickup. Get a free large fries when you download the McDonald's app and join My McDonald's Rewards. Download it today. Your local Kennett McDonald's has been serving the Kennett community for over 30 years and is proud to support area youth.
All your friends at the local McDonald's wish the Kennett Indians a safe and successful season. Go Indians!
At American Elite Realty, your business is appreciated. They are locally owned and support the communities you live in. Their professional agents can help you find your new home or commercial property. They work closely with your lender to make the buying process easy. Contact a professional agent at 573-888-5373 or view their listings at AmericanEliteRealty.com. Tina Privet, broker, an equal housing opportunity company.
American Elite Realty is proud to support the Kennett Indians and wishes them a successful season.
Tee it up at the Kennett Country Club. You can save now with great deals in the Pro Shop. All Rescue clothing, 30% off. Rescue shorts and shirts, regular $59, now only $41. Also, Vineyard Vines and FootJoy marked 15% off. Fall is the perfect time to hit the course. The weather is perfect and the golf course is in great condition. Non-members can play with a green fee and cart rentals are available. Be sure to ask about the membership specials. Tee it up at the Kennett Country Club.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help you make your place a show place. Living room suites, recliners, including lift chairs, bedroom suites, mattress sets with adjustable bases, appliances, and TVs. We have several payment options available. Come see us at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. A family furniture tradition for over 70 years.
Everything Barbecue has over 300 rubs and sauces with a tasting station so you can try before you buy. Purchase 5 sauces or rubs, get 1 free, plus a year's supply of pellets with the purchase of a wood pellet grill. Choose from Traeger, Smokin' Brothers, Myron Mixon, PK Grills, Weber, Oklahoma Joe, Kamado Joe, or Blackstone. They also carry Uni pizza ovens, ThermalWorks thermometers, and have a large selection of grilling accessories, fuels, cutting boards, and handmade charcuterie boards. Everything Barbecue. Inside Keith's Pool Care, 1215 Independence Avenue in Kennett.
When a new life is on its way, when every detail is critical, and mistakes are not an option, choose the safest hospital in Eastern Arkansas. Your safety isn't a goal, it's a promise.
You'll always get the best price and selection on new furniture and appliances from Bullock Furniture in Kennett. Come check out their huge selection of living room and bedroom suites, recliners, and name brand appliances. Plus bedding and flooring options priced to save you money and ready for delivery. Right now, get 0% down and no interest for 2 years for qualified buyers. Secondary financing is also available. Get the best price and selection on new furniture and appliances at Bullock Furniture, 1111 Independence Avenue in Kennett.
Ooh. Perry Jones and Daryl Wilcoxon back at Sikeston as our halftime show begins. 14-14, our score. Daryl, this is a ball game that we've had lots of penalties. We've had lots more penalties for both teams. We've
sure
had
have.
turnovers, but we've had a couple of touchdowns, and we're tied at 14. We have a ball game.
We should have been ahead. When we got the ball on their 29 after that one turnover, we got it down and then kept shooting ourselves in the foot and moving it back. That should have been a touchdown for us on that possession. But like I say, as many bad plays as we've had tonight and as many penalties, I'm happy to be going in at halftime 14-14.
You're watching some of the first half highlights here. Tad Jones, our video coordinator, playing those back for you as we see some of the highlights. There have been some lowlights here in the first half. And we're going to show you the highlights as Marquise Pittman with one of his touchdowns as he gets into the end zone, 14-14. And Sikeston will have the football as we start the second half. Cornerstone Pharmacy on the square in Kennett. That's where you can get all your prescription filled at one time without several trips back to the pharmacy each month. They even have curbside pickup, 888-9094. That's their phone number. They're on First Street in Kennett. That is Cornerstone Pharmacy. We appreciate them sponsoring our broadcast. Also of Kennett Indian football, another broadcast sponsor is FM Bank at 500 Independence Avenue in Kennett. Full-service bank where decisions are made locally for auto, home, commercial, and agricultural loans. They're online at myfm.bank. To FM Bank, people matter. An equal housing lender, member FDIC. And Daryl, Marquise Pittman early on had some trouble finding some running room. Kennett kept shifting their offensive sets in the first half. They found some things that kind of worked for them, and Pittman would pick up big chunks of yards. And one thing we haven't seen, the passing game for Kennett, even though we had a touchdown down at the goal line called back because of a hold, we haven't seen the passing game quite as effective as it has been in previous games.
No, Ty Jones is only 3 for 8 and with only 30-something yards passing, so that's not near as good as we have. Earlier it was like 6 or 7 carries for Pittman. He only had 20 yards. He ended up with 87, but a chunk of that was on a really, really long play. But still, yet he started getting his groove once they used the buffet formation, and we may get in trouble over that, but that's what we like to call it anyway. But
our favorite formation was effective, and we've seen Kennett keep varying things. Early on, it was penetration from Sikeston up front. They almost tackled Jones under center, just trying to get out from under center with the football. Kennett had to change some things around to get a little more protection, and even now, we say that Jones hasn't been effective passing. When he's thrown it, he's had Bulldogs in hot pursuit.
Absolutely, and he's most of the time he's gotten the ball to his target, as his receivers have not pulled it in. So I mean, like there was one that he had to throw. The receiver was between the receiver. I mean, the defender was between the receiver and the inside of the field, so he had to throw it toward the outside. It hit the hands of the receiver, which is what you want to do to keep it away from the defender, but he couldn't bring it in. So he's probably got 3 or 4 drop passes in there. So.
He threw one interception. We'll look at all the stats after our next break, but that one interception was better than a punt because the interception was down on the 2-yard line, and I think Sikeston would have had it at about the 35 had he not thrown that interception. So it's like pinning the Bulldogs back deep, but both teams at times have been able to move the ball, and both teams have had lots of mistakes in the first half, and we are tied at 14. We'll be back with more of our halftime show from Sikeston right after this.
At Harris Pharmacy, you can get all of your prescriptions in one stop, and we'll even remind you when it's time to get a refill with our MedSync and Refill Reminder programs. Hi, this is Darren with Harris Pharmacy. Stop by today at 1224 1st Street in Kennett for your over-the-counter and prescription needs. You can come through the drive-thru, or we deliver for free inside the city limits of Kennett. We also offer flu, shingles, and pneumonia vaccines. Come see us today at Harris Pharmacy in Kennett. Good luck, Indians. The staff here at Harris Pharmacy are proud supporters of KHS football. We'd like to wish the team a safe and successful year.
At Todd and Atwill LLP in Kennett, your situation matters. They understand that unfortunate circumstances arise and are here to provide the legal services you need with integrity and care. Partnering attorneys Darren Todd and Lee Atwill are committed to providing the best legal representation possible. They specialize in personal injury, criminal defense, social security, disability, bankruptcies, and more. Visit toddatwill.com for more information. Todd and Atwill, LLP, proud to support the Kennett Indians.
Get the perfect lunch for just $5 at Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's 10 all-white meat chicken nuggets for only $5. Get dinner on the table fast with KFC's $20 fill-up. 4 pieces of chicken, 12 chicken nuggets, 4 biscuits, fries, and 4 dipping sauces for just $20. Order ahead at KFC.com or get it delivered with DoorDash. Download the KFC app to unlock more finger-licking benefits. Get the perfect lunch at KFC for just $5 or make it a chicken night with KFC's $20 fill-up.
You all hear me tell the stories on our Glen St. ads, and I enjoy people coming to me and referring to certain stories. Some of these stories go way back. We will continue to tell stories, mention our troops, and telling our customers how much our families appreciate their business. Our people always look forward to seeing you. We want you to enjoy your visit. Best price, best service. Glen St. and God bless our troops.
I'm Chase Birch, the branch manager and loan officer at Unico Bank in Kennett. I specialize in agricultural and commercial lending. At Unico Bank, we pride ourselves in working for our customers by having the knowledge and experience to best serve them, no matter what their banking needs may be. If you have a question about any of our banking services, just give me or any of our staff a call at 573-888-8808 or stop by 1115 Independence Avenue here in Kennett. Unico Bank, your homegrown bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
CLGW makes it easy to work or play online with their fiber internet service available for residential or business use. CLGW Fiber Internet offers lightning-fast connection speeds with a larger bandwidth for faster data transmission and no data caps. Packages start as low as $19.99 per month with no contracts, and it's billed right with your utilities. CLGW is local, which means faster service times for outages and trouble calls and local technicians when you call in. Call CLGW today for more info, 888-5366, or online at clgw.net.
Perry Jones, Darryl Wilcoxon back at Sikeston. Tad Jones, our video coordinator this evening. Monty Lyons back at the studio. Monty, he went home this morning when he got off the air, took a little nap. He is Mr. Scoreboard tonight. We have scores coming in from all around the area. We're going to tell you about those a little later in our halftime show. But Darryl has the stats totaled up here in the first half. And
let's run to the home team, Sikeston Bulldogs. They've got several people with a ton of yardage on the ground. They've got Kendrick Sherrod with about 42 yards on 3 carries. Gadberry has 70 yards on 7 carries. They've got the quarterback, Ken Atkins with about 62 yards on 6 carries, and then a couple other players with 5 and 6. But they've gotten that yardage where they were close enough to pick up touchdowns, and that's what happened. The only pass play that's been worth anything for Sikeston was by the quarterback they brought in, and he hit a 20-yarder. But other than that, Sikeston's got a lot of yardage on the ground. Kennett, like we said earlier, Pittman didn't have many yards after about 6 carries, but after 14 carries, he got 87. And then, but the other guys are all in the negative for Kennett. And Ty Jones, eight passes, and he's only connected on 3 of them for 32 yards, and he threw an interception. And one of those passes that he threw that didn't get to count was a touchdown in the end zone. They called back for holding, but the Indians have had as much as they want tonight from the Sikeston Bulldogs.
Sikeston knocking on the door, I think, just around 190 yards total offense in the first half, and Kennett just a little bit over 100. So Kennett has been outgained in the ball game, but on the scoreboard we are tied at 14. Sikeston will have the football when we start the second half, and Darryl, penalties. Sikeston has had a lot more penalties than Kennett, but Kennett's had some costly penalties. The holding call that called back a touchdown. And then you get behind the chains, and it just changes your offensive play calling. We've had really good field position, and we had a couple of procedure penalties and a holding call, and before long you have 20 yards of penalties, and it takes you out of a drive.
You get when you're 3rd and 25, and it's really a scary situation because you want to make some yardage up. Then again, you don't want to mess anything up and give them the football back. And it's not been a good night technically for both teams with all those penalties, but especially
I think for Sikeston, they feel like it's a good night because they're tied at the half and looking for their first win of the season. For Kennett, I know the coach is working with the players. They're going to try to come up with a game plan to maybe stop that double wing formation. That's been the formation that's caused Kennett a lot of problems in the first half, and maybe some ways that they can move the football more effectively down the field.
Yeah, Sikeston's formation has really gained them quite a bit of yardage. When they first got the football, they moved it a little bit, but then when they went to that formation, they started moving the football almost at will, and the Indians had a couple of sets of downs or possessions that Sikeston had that they got into the backfield early, but that has not been the case most of the night. So
Skeeter Kell Sporting Goods, one of our great broadcast sponsors. They're not just a name, they're a tradition for over 60 years. Skeeter Kell has been the premier sports provider of all area teams, coaches, and players. Wishing the Kennett Indians and all area teams the best of luck this season. When you need sporting goods, it's Skeeter Kell. We'll take another halftime break. We are tied 14-14 here at the half at Sikeston. Lots of scores to tell you about when we return to Sikeston as our halftime show continues right after this.
At Sonic Drive-In in Kennett, our priority isn't just great service, it's great experiences. Whether you're coming for a cherry limeade on your lunch break or picking up shakes with your team after a big win, we're ready for you. Want a burger for breakfast or breakfast for dinner? No problem. We serve our full menu all day long, delivered with a smile. This is how we Sonic. Order through the Sonic app and get half-price drinks and slushes all day long. Open till midnight. Sonic Drive-In, 1101 First Street in Kennett.
At First State Community Bank, we pride ourselves on our personal, friendly approach, and our commitment to the community makes us an effective business partner. That's why we're proud to announce that our efforts have earned us the title of Best In-State Bank for the state of Missouri, awarded by Forbes. We are incredibly grateful to our customers who allow us to be their trusted financial partner. Thank you for your confidence in FSCB and for this recognition as one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whenever you want. In your life and on your farm, Case IH AFS Connect gives you more control. Monitor your operation, manage your fleet and your farm data your way. Case IH Rethink productivity.
Delicious deals for delicious meals at McDonald's. Get exclusive deals on your McDonald's favorites in the McDonald's app with contactless mobile order and convenient drive-thru pickup. Get a free large fries when you download the McDonald's app and join My McDonald's Rewards. Download it today. Your local Kennett McDonald's has been serving the Kennett community for over 30 years and is proud to support area youth.
All your friends at the local McDonald's wish the Kennett Indians a safe and successful season. Go Indians!
At American Elite Realty, your business is appreciated. They are locally owned and support the communities you live in. Their professional agents can help you find your new home or commercial property. They work closely with your lender to make the buying process easy. Contact a professional agent at 573-888-5373 or view their listings at AmericanEliteRealty.com. Tina Privet, broker, an equal housing opportunity company.
American Elite Realty is proud to support the Kennett Indians and wishes them a successful season.
Tee it up at the Kennett Country Club. You can save now with great deals in the Pro Shop. All Rescue clothing, 30% off. Rescue shorts and shirts, regular $59, now only $41. Also, Vineyard Vines and FootJoy marked 15% off. Fall is the perfect time to hit the course. The weather is perfect and the golf course is in great condition. Non-members can play with a green fee and cart rentals are available. Be sure to ask about the membership specials. Tee it up at the Kennett Country Club.
Perry Jones and Darrell Wilcoxon back at Sikeston. We're at the half, 14-14 our score. Jim Bollinger and Son, they're the place to call if you need heating or work done around your home or business, air conditioning, plumbing, even electrical needs. They can do it all with locations in Kennett and Dexter. Give them a call, 888-3687. Darrell, we have tons of scores to pass along here tonight.
And, Monty has gone crazy.
I tell you, he has Jeannie had some birthday cake, some chocolate birthday cake in the refrigerator. It was about half of it left. I'm going to check it when I get back to the station. I would bet that Monty's been in the birthday cake.
There may not be any left.
He'll blame it on a mouse or something, but I'm thinking he may have been in the birthday cake.
Oh, wow.
I don't know where to start. We have lots of scores. Hey, some of our team's going to have some turbo clocks going on.
Oh, but, shoot, yeah.
There's some pretty good games out there, but Portageville leading East Prairie 48-0. So turn on the clock in that one. Portageville state ranked, and they look pretty effective, and they're marching on to a 2-1 record after that 1-point loss to Savannah in Ozark in their opening week.
Valley will have a turbo clock. They're leading 56-0 over Fredericktown.
Here's a game that we kind of talked about, Charleston and Malden. Charleston leading 18-12 over Malden. New Madrid, County Central, and Dexter, 26-14. New Madrid leads Dexter. New Madrid a future opponent, Dexter a future opponent, and Dexter off to a 2-0 start. I know Bearcat fans had high hopes for their ball club, and right now the Bearcats are on the wrong end of the Eagles, and that New Madrid ball club, you're going to have to watch them.
And we've already played Haytime. We beat them. Their last two games have been at home on that brand-new turf field, and they're getting blown out tonight 46-0 by Scott City. So that's another turbo clock game.
Yep. And Valley Catholic leading Fredericktown big, 56-0. So turn on the clock there and forget how to turn it off. Liberty leading Thayer 16-0.
That's
just
surprising.
A few other scores. Poplar Bluff leading Cape Central 28-14. Poplar Bluff, future opponent of Kennett. Chaffee and Kelly in a good one. Chaffee leading 14-0 there. Some of the scores coming in. Cardinals and Reds, it's Cardinals leading against the Reds in that one. But tell you what, St. Gen leading Orchard Farm 16-0. St. Genevieve in that one. Other than that, tell you what, we got some pretty good games going on. New Madrid and Dexter will kind of watch the score of that one going on. And in this one, it's anybody's ball game. Sikeston back out on the field. Kennett back out on the field. We're about 3 minutes away from the start of the third quarter. We're going to take our final halftime break. As the halftime about to tick down, they're going to put 3 minutes back on the clock. And Sikeston will have the football as we start the second half. We'll be back with the second half of action from Sikeston right after this.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help you make your place a show place. Living room suites, recliners, including lift chairs, bedroom suites, mattress sets with adjustable bases, appliances, and TVs. We have several payment options available. Come see us at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. A family furniture tradition for over 70 years.
Everything Barbecue has over 300 rubs and sauces with a tasting station so you can try before you buy. Purchase 5 sauces or rubs, get 1 free, plus a year's supply of pellets with the purchase of a wood pellet grill. Choose from Traeger, Smokin' Brothers, Myron Mixon, PK Grills, Weber, Oklahoma Joe, Kamado Joe, or Blackstone. They also carry Uni pizza ovens, ThermalWorks thermometers, and have a large selection of grilling accessories, fuels, cutting boards, and handmade charcuterie boards. Everything Barbecue. Inside Keith's Pool Care, 1215 Independence Avenue in Kennett.
When your loved one is on the brink, their future in the hands of strangers, and all you have is hope, choose the safest hospital in eastern Arkansas. Your safety isn't a goal, it's a promise.
You'll always get the best price and selection on new furniture and appliances from Bullock Furniture in Kennett. Come check out their huge selection of living room and bedroom suites, recliners, and name brand appliances, plus bedding and flooring options, priced to save you money and ready for delivery. Right now, get 0% down and no interest for 2 years for qualified buyers. Secondary financing is also available. Get the best price and selection on new furniture and appliances at Bullock Furniture, 1111 Independence Avenue in Kennett.
At Harris Pharmacy, you can get all of your prescriptions in one stop, and we'll even remind you when it's time to get a refill with our MedSync and Refill Reminder programs. Hi, this is Darren with Harris Pharmacy. Stop by today at 1224 First Street in Kennett for your over-the-counter and prescription needs. You can come through the drive-thru, or we deliver for free inside the city limits of Kennett. We also offer flu, shingles, and pneumonia vaccines. Come see us today at Harris Pharmacy in Kennett. Good luck, Indians. The staff here at Harris Pharmacy are proud supporters of KHS football. We'd like to wish the team a safe and successful year.
At Todd and Atwill LLP in Kennett, your situation matters. They understand that unfortunate circumstances arise and are here to provide the legal services you need with integrity and care. Partnering attorneys Darren Todd and Lee Atwill are committed to providing the best legal representation possible. They specialize in personal injury, criminal defense, social security, disability, bankruptcies, and more. Visit toddatwill.com for more information. Todd and Atwill, LLP, proud to support the Kennett Indians.
Indians ready to kick it away. We're ready for the second half in a 14-14 ball game. Let's go Indians. 20 total penalties in the first half, 14 on Sikeston, 6 on Kennett. One Kennett penalty wiped off a touchdown, a nice pass play that was negated because of a hold. A little squib kick down the center of the field, taken at the 30. Sikeston runs left and out to about the 35 is where they'll start over their first offensive drive of the second half. Let's see if we can stop this double wing, because I bet you we see a lot of it.
I hope Coach Webster and the other coaches had a really good discussion with them about tackling and staying with the runners, and that they do a lot better job here in this second half. Otherwise, it's going to be another long second half as well.
Atkins listed as a running back. He's at a quarterback position out of that double wing, and they'll hand off straight ahead, and the Indians are up to the task. No gain, 2nd and 10. There you go. That little play, Gadberry straight up the middle, was a big gainer for Sikeston in the first half. That time,
it was.
Kennett
No
up
gain
front
that time.
was there to the task, and it's 2nd and 10 from the 35. Single wing to the right side. Now a receiver in motion right to left, and they'll run the option going left, and a quarterback will keep, and a gain of 2. Nice defensive stop for the Indians, and big cheers from the Kennett sideline as Atkins was upended after a 2-yard gain. Make it 3rd down and 8 coming up for the Bulldogs from the 37-yard line of Sikeston. One more stop, guys. Let's get the football back. Now Sikeston trying to get the play call in. They look a little confused. Now it's being flashed in.
I don't understand them coming out and running these sets when they were pretty much moving the ball at will in that double wing.
Well, twin receivers to the near side. Big blocking back to the right side of the formation. They need 8 yards, and the quarterback's going to keep it. He turns the corner, fights toward the sticks, and he stood up. He's going to be short. Tackled at the 43, had to get out to the 45-yard line, so a couple of yards short. It's 4th and 2 for the Bulldogs in their own territory. Do they dare go for it on 4th and 2 from their 43, and it looks like they are. Sikeston pulling out all the stops, blocking back to the right side of the formation. The quarterback is Atkins out of the shotgun, running back Gadberry to his left, motion man left to right. They'll hand it to Gadberry, and Gadberry first down and more out near midfield. They rolled the dice. They pick up the first down out to the 49 of Sikeston. Just inside of 10 minutes to play, third quarter. Nose of the football touching the midfield stripe as Sikeston moves the chains of their opening drive. 2 receivers to the left. Again, big blocking back to the right side of the line, and a man in motion left to right for the Bulldogs, and they'll hand it to the motion man, Craig, and Craig drives out across the 50 and down to about the 46-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play. 2nd and 6, Sikeston. 9.5 minutes to go, third quarter, opening drive of the second half, and the Bulldogs picking up a first down, now a 2nd and 6. Again, after running that double wing, I know the Kennett coaches probably worked a lot at half how they were going to defend that, and so far we haven't seen any of it for Sikeston. As now they're sending a receiver out to the far side, one wing man to the right side. Receiver out to the near side. He wasn't lined up on the line of scrimmage, but nonetheless, Kennett will get a stop, and I think they came up with a football. I think Atkins lost it,
and they did.
Kennett fell on it, and a turnover. Coming up with that loose football was Austin Gaddis, the sophomore.
And Sikeston's really lucky they didn't get a procedure penalty there. Gadberry was coming to the side.
And he just stopped. He was 5 yards behind. He was 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. But I think he was so far behind the line of scrimmage, the line judge didn't even see him. They would have taken a 5-yard penalty if they could have kept the football. But Kennett gets it at their own 44. Let's see if the Kennett offense can move it down the field and put some points on the board. Ty Jones, the quarterback. Marquise Pittman behind him with 3 receivers to the left. Duncan in motion. Screen pass out to the left side. With a reception, turning the corner. A nice gain, a little screen pass, 5 yards gain for Jack Morrison.
Yeah.
They brought Caleb Duncan in motion toward the slot, and then they threw the little screen to Morrison. He made a couple of men miss. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Indians. 8:25 to play, third quarter. A tie ball game, 14-all. Kennett a yard away from midfield, 2nd and 5. Have a bunched formation on the left side, and Jones out of the shotgun with Pittman to his right. Motion man is Morrison. Handoff goes to Pittman going left, looks for a block, turns the corner, fights forward, and out of bounds. Shy of the first down marker. We'll see exactly where they spot it on the far side, but appears he's going to be a couple of yards shy. So it's going to be 3rd and about 2 as the football at the 47-yard line. Indians actually have a 3rd and 1. They have to get to the 46 to pick up the first down. 1 yard. Kennett can pick up the first down and keep the drive alive. They have moved into Bulldog territory. 3 receivers left. Jones out of the shotgun. Now Duncan will move just to the right of the quarterback with Pittman behind them. Duncan blocks. Pittman bounces off a man, drives forward.
He was close.
May have had forward progress, and I think he has the first down.
If they mark it where the side judge is, it's a first down.
I believe they're going to have it. They are going to put it down. 1st and 10, Kennett. Has a nice job. Pittman bounced off a man, but kept the feet driving forward. Picks up the first down. Instant replay brought to you by NEA Baptist Hospital as you see that first down run. 1st and 10, Indians. 45 yards away from pay dirt on their opening drive of the second half, just inside of 7 minutes to play third quarter. 3 receivers left. Jones. The flag flies in, and
I think that may be offsides.
We'll see what the call is.
Nope.
False start against Kennett. I think a man up front kind of leaned forward, and that's when the defensive man came across the line of scrimmage. So our first penalty of the second half goes against Kennett.
They are very quick to blow that whistle when that happens. I think that's what most of the penalties now is false start or illegal procedures.
1st and 15 now for the Indians. Football back over in Kennett territory. That has put the pressure on the offense for both teams when they pick up these penalties. But 1st and 15, so 3 downs to pick up 15 yards. We can do it. Jones awaits the snap, throws left, has Duncan, but Duncan has a couple of defenders on him, and he's going to lose about 4. That didn't fool the Bulldogs. A loss of 4 on the play, back to the 46. Second down now for Kennett. They're going to have to get about 20 yards to move the chains now. Clock is running, 6:15 to play third quarter. There's one bright point, Darryl. The clock has ran most of the third quarter.
That is good because that first half was long and brutal.
See if we can gain about 19 yards as Jones rolls left, sets up, throws down the field, has a man but overthrows his receiver. Oh, he had a man open, cutting across the center of the field, but just overthrew Jack Morrison.
That was one of his best looks he's had tonight, and he overthrew him.
That would have been a first down. That brings up third down for the Indians. I don't know why the official set the ball where he did. It's closer to the 45-yard line, and the sticks is out near the 46. I don't know if it matters on a 3rd and 19, but the Sikeston crowd comes alive. 3 receivers left. Jones had his man, just overthrew him, takes the snap, fakes it, now steps up, being pressured from behind, and going to be brought. He just slings it up in the air, and the pass is incomplete. I don't know. That was a Patrick Mahomes pass there. I don't know how he got it out of there, but almost completed it. But it'll be 4th and long for the Indians. And
I was thinking, he's going to get a flag, but then I saw there's a receiver close. He's going to.
New Madrid leading Dexter 32-21. The latest score coming in from Monty. Couple of return men back for Sikeston, Gorman and Jimerson Patterson. This punt is away and taken at the 27. Lots of running room for the return man. I don't think anyone's going to get him. All the way, Gorman, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 5. Boy, there was nobody containing on the outside. Dismuke saves the touchdown, but Bulldogs will have a 1st and goal from the 5 and an Indian down at the 40-yard line.
The bad part was we had a few guys over there, but they were our big guys. They weren't going to catch him and knock him out.
That's the big play. We've been wondering if it would happen. Kennett with an injured player at the 40. Sikeston with a big punt return. They will have it 1st and goal from the 6. It looks like the player may have a cramp out there for Kennett. Is getting up now.
That's Landon Decker.
Yeah, Landon Decker, the junior.
Looks like it walking kind of gingerly across the field, so
several Kennett players walking a little gingerly, and one of those being Kylan Henson, making his way with the stiff leg walk toward the sideline, as Henson may have also suffered a cramp. So 2 Kennett players headed toward the sideline, maybe suffering from cramps, and Sikeston knocking on the door with 5:30 to play, third quarter in a 14-14 ball game. I think we have an official timeout. We're going to keep it here for this one. It's the law office of Peltz, McMullen, Edgington, and Morgan. They've been a great broadcast sponsor of Kennett Indian Sports for years. They are the name to trust when you need an attorney. They have years of experience. You need to give them a call, as you can trust Peltz, McMullen, Edgington, and Morgan. Great law firm located at 217 College Avenue in Kennett. Give them a call at 888-4644. See if the Indians can maybe force another turnover, keep the Bulldogs out of the end zone. Would you be surprised if you saw anything but the double wing? But get surprised, folks, because it's a single wing. Now they've got the double wing. So wingman going left to right, and the quarterback will keep it, and he will be stood up at about the 2-yard line. Boy, that's been so hard for Kennett to stop. They played it pretty well, and Sikeston hustles to the line of scrimmage. Once again, the double wing, and the quarterback will just drive forward, and a flag will fly.
That's going to be
against Sikeston. Let's see what this penalty is. It may be on Sikeston as they got into the end zone, but I think this penalty is going to be on Sikeston.
Yep. I think that's an offensive assist or something like that.
Yeah, where they got behind the ball carrier and just kept pushing him. We'll see what kind of mark-off it's going to be. It's going to be a 5-yarder, but more importantly, it takes points off the board. 2nd and goal. Now Sikeston at the 7-yard line. Kennett needing a stop. Quarterback out of the shotgun, takes the snap, and Kennett's right there. Nowhere to go that time for Atkins, and they're going to get a flag. Well, these officials have enjoyed throwing the flags, and that has been both ways. So that's going to be unsportsmanlike against Kennett with a late hit.
Personal foul on the Indians.
Not a late hit, just a continued hit.
Yeah, continued. It threw him down to the ground.
Once the whistle blows, let him go. But you can play through the whistle, and the official was right there, and it was right in front of him. They don't want it to get out of hand. It got out of hand in the first half, and they talked to the team captains. But that will move it down to the 5-yard line. So it's 3rd and goal from the 5 after the personal foul, but that would have been a big loss on the play.
It would have.
Now they rush up to the line of scrimmage. Move under center, and the quarterback will drive straight ahead behind that big offensive line, and they're going to be just shy of the goal line. They were just following that big offensive line, and they'll probably do it again. Up to the line of scrimmage. The quarterback, and they got a false start. They moved early. They're going to back them up 5 yards. They got a little bit too quick. That's going to back them up 5 yards. It was 4th and the length of the football, 4th and goal. They tried to hurry up to the line of scrimmage, and the false start will back them up. Offside Kennett. So offside Kennett is the call. Well, of course they'll decline it if it was a touchdown.
Well,
maybe not. I don't know.
I haven't seen
no. So here goes Sikeston again. 4th and goal, length of the football. Quarterback under center. He stood up and into the end zone. Sikeston goes up 20-14. Well, we've seen a little bit of everything on that drive. Kennett had their offensive drive stalled, and Sikeston on their second drive goes into the end zone after Sikeston turned it over. Instant replay shows Sikeston was never set on that play. So it should have been a procedure call. If you look at the instant replay, extra point is blocked, but Sikeston goes up 20-14. 4:35 to play third quarter. Kennett gets it when we return to Sikeston in 30 seconds.
Get the perfect lunch for just $5 at Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's 10 all-white meat chicken nuggets for only $5. Get dinner on the table fast with KFC's $20 fill-up. 4 pieces of chicken, 12 chicken nuggets, 4 biscuits, fries, and 4 dipping sauces for just $20. Order ahead at KFC.com or get it delivered with DoorDash. Download the KFC app to unlock more finger-licking benefits. Get the perfect lunch at KFC for just $5 or make it a chicken night with KFC's $20 fill-up.
Perry Jones, Daryl Wilcoxon back at Sikeston. Sikeston set to kick it away to the Indians. And Tad made the point. That's a very accurate point. Sikeston not getting set on that rush formation. They had 3 guys moving when they called Kennett offsides. And every time they do that rush set, I don't think they're getting set. And,
I don't think they are either.
But Kennett didn't stop them. They had an opportunity. They had a costly personal foul penalty that gave Sikeston the field position that eventually got him into the end zone. See if Kennett can get something going.
Could have kept
here.
him out of the end zone if they done that, and there's a penalty on Sikeston.
Yeah, that time they weren't set on the kickoff. They've been doing that all night, but that time they're not set. This is going to back them up 5 yards. They just huddle up, and all of a sudden the kicker goes in there and kicks it. What that can do, Darryl, is open up some lanes over toward the sideline if you can get out. Because their contained men are all bunched up.
And they're kicking on the west side of the field, which opens up a whole lot more on the east side.
Here we go again. As Gadberry will kick it away. This time they get more in a conventional set. Kicking off from the 35-yard line. See if Kennett can get a big return here. Get some good field position, trailing by 6. Kick is straight away and is going to be taken at the 15, up over the 20, 25. Now dancing out to the left, trying to get around the corner and out to the 30, fighting forward. Good gain on the play by Kennett's Ashton Dismukes on the return. The Indian offense back out on the field. 4:23 to play third quarter. Trailing by 6 now, Kennett. They're going to spot him down at the 32. That's where Kennett will take over 1st and 10. Good to have you along. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Lots of folks tuning in tonight to our broadcast on the KTMO streaming platforms. Listening on KBOA FM 105.5 and KTMOradio.com website on KTMO TV. Little inside handoff straight ahead, and Pittman, not much there, stood up for no gain. Darryl, you really feel like this drive is so important for Kennett. They need to move it down, at least keep a drive alive for a while, and a loss of 1 on first down. But you feel like if Sikeston gets it back in their hands and they go down and score again, this thing could get out of hand in a hurry.
Technically, we really need to score on this drive, or at least get it down the rest of this quarter down close, so then we can start the next quarter with the football close to the end zone.
3 receivers to the near side. Now a man in motion. Jones takes the snap. They're going to reverse it around. They look to throw, and nobody there, and incomplete. Is trying to throw that pass was Jones, who got the little inside handoff, little trickeration play, and it almost was disaster. There was about 4 red jerseys there.
More jerseys there with red jerseys than there was white jerseys. Closest one for Kennett was Duncan, and he was not close at all.
3rd and 11 for the Indians, and Kennett will take a timeout with 3:32 to play here in the third quarter. 20-14 are scored. Back with more Kennett Indian football in 30 seconds.
At Glen Sain, we want you to be pleased with us. Can we please everyone that walks in the door? No, I've never said that. but I can assure you that we'll work harder than any other dealer to take care of our customers. We want you to enjoy talking to us. That's how we keep growing. Best price, best service. Glenn Sane, and God bless our troops.
Kennett taking the timeout, 3rd and 11 after the timeout. Kennett deep in their own territory at the 31-yard line of Kennett. 3 receivers near side. Jones out of the shotgun. Pittman to his right, and here come the Bulldogs. They're going to go after him, and the quarterback will keep it. Roll right, look downfield, still looking, throws low and incomplete. 4th down and 11 coming up for the Indians. The pass was low to Spencer Potts. Potts tried to go down and get it, but he wasn't behind the sticks anyway. It wouldn't have been a first down. But again, Jones got pressured, and Kennett will have to punt it away. And just as we feared, Sikeston's going to get the football back. Here's the 2 return men back once again for Sikeston. Gorman, who had the big return the last time, is on the near side. A low snap. Kennett will get the punt off. High end over end. This time good coverage, but a Sikeston roll will be downed at the 41-yard lines. The Bulldogs coming on for their offensive series, leading this one 20-14 and 3:17 to play in the 3rd.
If Kennett allows them to come down and score on this possession, I'm going to go ahead and say it. You can call it, because I don't think this younger team will have the fight to get down by 2 touchdowns.
Jones is having to scramble. I know Tad has noticed and said it, that he's having to scramble, not getting his feet set. Not even the best quarterbacks can throw accurately when their feet are not set. Here's a Gadberry carry for no gain. We've stopped Sikeston, but then something happens and we'll give up that big play. Let's see if we can get the football back. Very important, as Darryl said, to maybe stop Sikeston on their end of the field and get the football back, as we're inside of 3 minutes to go 3rd quarter, and Sikeston leading 20-14. If it makes you feel any better, Portageville's game is a final at 9:17 in the evening. 56-0 over East Prairie. Sikeston taking their time, 5 seconds on the play clock, and they're probably going to take a timeout here. They're down to 1 second, and there's the timeout. 2:29 to play, 3rd quarter. Bulldogs will talk it over. 2nd and 10 from their own 41-yard line when we return to Sikeston in 30 seconds.
I'm Chase Birch, the branch manager and loan officer at Unico Bank in Kennett. I specialize in agricultural and commercial lending. At Unico Bank, we pride ourselves in working for our customers by having the knowledge and experience to best serve them, no matter what their banking needs may be. If you have a question about any of our banking services, just give me or any of our staff a call at 573-888-8808 or stop by 1115 Independence Avenue here in Kennett. Unico Bank, your homegrown bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Duncan Sheet Metal is one of our great Kennett Indian football broadcast sponsors. You can turn to the experts at Duncan Sheet Metal for your heating and cooling needs. Wishing Caleb and the Kennett Indians a safe and successful season. 601 South Bypass in Kennett. 2nd and 10 for Sikeston after the Sikeston timeout. Both teams now with 2 timeouts remaining.
Sikeston doesn't throw it much at all. If they should happen to, I could really hope for a pick 6 here, but
I'd be running that double wing, and I think that's what they're going to be doing right here. They get set up in it on 2nd and 10, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Quarterback under center, motion man goes right. Now the inside handoff going left. Kennett had Gadberry in the backfield, but he escapes and picks up about 3 yards on the play, out to the 44-yard line. So 3rd down for the Bulldogs. And they're going to have about 7 yards to pick up the first down. Wouldn't be surprised if it's not 4-down territory, though, for Sikeston. 2 minutes to play 3rd quarter. That time, Kennett played that double wing pretty well. They had Gadberry behind the line of scrimmage, but The big back escaped. Again, double wing with a quarterback under center. Motion man right to left. Gets the carry. Trying to turn the corner. Kennett strings it out. And losing his feet on the 45-yard line was the ball carrier, and give Jamiko Tolliver a great assist that time as he just kept fighting off the block. He was in the way, and that's a gain of 1. 4th and 6 for Sikeston from their own 45. Let's see if they punt it away. Their punter, Riddle, has been very effective tonight, and he goes back into punt formation, but don't count your punts before they leave the foot. Riddle has the snap, and he punts it away. Another beautiful punt. Just getting out of the way of it. It's going to go out of bounds. And we'll see where they mark it out of bounds. They'll walk up, I'm guessing, right around the 20-yard line. No, it's going to be out around the 22 is where Kennett will take over 1st and 10. Darrell, another big offensive possession with 1:05 to play, 3rd quarter. See if the Indians can get the offense in gear. Again, the passing game just has not been there for Kennett tonight, but Jones has been pressured, he's been hurried, and he hasn't got his feet set. And
they're going to get it at the 23.
Yeah, they're going to move it up just a little bit.
Long ways to go, but boy, they need to get it in the end zone and get a 2-point conversion.
Kennett up to the line of scrimmage. Will send 3 receivers to the near side. In a slot to the near side is Caleb Duncan. Pittman to the right of the quarterback, the sophomore Ty Jones on 1st and 10. Now movement up front as Pittman was going to shift over to the left side, and offsides on Sikeston, thank you, will be a 1st and 5 now for the Kennett after a 5-yard mark off. Caden Taylor down on his knees shuffles up to the line of scrimmage 5 yards. It wasn't worth the effort getting back up. We're going to be in a 4-point stance. I'm ready to go. Here we go. Again, 3 receivers near side on a 1st and 5 for the Indians. And the quarterback, Jones, will keep it and be brought down for a loss of about 4. Boy, the pressure came on Jones. Faked the handoff to Pittman, and Jones had company immediately. And it'll be 2nd down for the Indians and 8 yards to go. Football just inside the 25-yard line. .38 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. 15 seconds on the play clock. And a 2nd and a long 8 for the Indians. 3 receivers left. Jones out of the shotgun. Pittman, the tailback. Jones looking left, throws over the middle, and this pass is too high and incomplete. That time he overthrew Jack Morrison. Had Morrison open, would have been a gain of about 7 or 8, and then Morrison had some running room if he hit Morrison in stride, but Jones too high. 3rd and 8 for the Indians. Football at the 25-yard line of Kennett. Final seconds of the 3rd quarter, and Kennett trailing 20-14 to the Bulldogs. 3 receivers left again. Jones out of the pistol with Pittman behind him. Jones looks to run the option, pitches high to Pittman. He gets it, and he's tackled for a 5-yard loss. And it'll be 4th and long for the Indians. That'll end the 3rd quarter, 20-14. Sikeston. Kennett punts it away when we start the 4th quarter. This is Kennett Indian football.
CLGW makes it easy to work or play online with their fiber internet service available for residential or business use. CLGW Fiber Internet offers lightning-fast connection speeds with a larger bandwidth for faster data transmission and no data caps. Packages start as low as $19.99 per month with no contracts, and it's billed right with your utilities. CLGW is local, which means faster service times for outages and trouble calls and local technicians when you call in. Call CLGW today for more info, 888-5366, or online at clgw.net.
At Sonic Drive-In in Kennett, our priority isn't just great service, it's great experiences. Whether you're coming for a cherry limeade on your lunch break or picking up shakes with your team after a big win, we're ready for you. Want a burger for breakfast or breakfast for dinner? No problem. We serve our full menu all day long, delivered with a smile. This is how we Sonic. Order through the Sonic app and get half-price drinks and slushes all day long. Open till midnight. Sonic Drive-In, 1101 First Street in Kennett.
Kennett will have to punt it away deep in their own territory as we start the fourth quarter. Sikeston's already had a big punt return here in the second half. And tell you what, they're going to be set up for another possible big punt return as Gorman and Jimerson Patterson are back for the return. And they're going to be set up just around midfield. Kennett will punt it away inside their own 5, and they're going to have to get some protection because it looks like Sikeston is going to bring some heat. Good snap, and the punt is away. A high punt is going to land on the 40, take a Kennett roll out across the 45, and be down to around the 46-yard line. That's where Sikeston, the Kennett 46, will take over. First drive of the fourth quarter, and Sikeston with a 6-point lead. Got to get a stop here, Darryl.
Got to get a stop, got to get a turnover, got to do something. Can't let them even go 10 yards and get a first down.
Here comes that Sikeston offense out. These players spend a lot of minutes out on the field. They're back in that double wing, and are we surprised? Man under center. Motion man left to right, and the motion man gets the carry and a ton of room down the sideline. He almost fumbled it. Now Kennett will come in and tackle the ball carrier. Now it pops loose, but Sikeston will fall on it. Gorman fumbled it. He almost fumbled it, and then he was tossed down on the play, and Sikeston falls on it back at the 30, but that'll be a Sikeston first down. Boy, he had tons of room. The wing back from the left side, moving left to right, took the carry. Again, Sikeston under center, running that double wing. That's been their most effective. And again, getting the carry. This time, Kennett getting penetration. The ball's out. Kennett falls on it. That time, they rip it out of there. Gorman fumbles, and Kennett recovers on the 33-yard line. How do you like that?
I was telling you we needed something to get us back in this game, and hopefully that's it right there.
Tad, if we can see that one more time. I don't know if you can flash that replay one more time. Let's get one more look at that. Great penetration by the Indians. You see that ball come out of there, but great job by the Indians getting in the backfield. And
Kevin Thompson had him in
Kevin Thompson, the junior. Boy, that was the play of the ball game right there. Way to go, Kevin. NEA Baptist replay. Appreciate NEA Baptist for sponsoring our instant replay cameras. Adds so much to our broadcast. Indians down by 6, and the whistles blow, and Coach Webster walking out on the field. Kennett will burn their second timeout here in the second half as they get set to start this offensive drive. And I think Coach Webster knows how important this drive is as he comes out on the field. Kennett Trust Bank, located at 917 First Street in Kennett. They're locally owned, a full-service bank serving Kennett and the surrounding area since 1963. At Kennett Trust Bank, you're not just a number, you're a valued community member who are proud to call you as a customer. Kennett Trust Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Coach Webster talking to his offense, and Darryl, I know there's still a lot of time, 11 and a half minutes to go in this ball game, but starting after the turnover at your own 33, you got to move the ball down the field.
Absolutely, and you got to use a little bit of that clock too. You can't just, I mean, we would take it if it happened real quick, don't get me wrong, but what would be better is if we could take a lot of time and consistently move it down the field, use up some of that clock, get a score and a 2-point conversion, be ahead. But
the Indians have just been limited because they have not been able to run the football, and they're coming out with
here comes the buffet.
The buffet package out on the field. Trying to get some blockers out there on the field. Jones in there. Caden Taylor just to his right. And Jones takes the snap. No, that's a direct snap out of the Wildcat formation. Pittman's not going to get much.
Maybe
going to get
yards.
Maybe a yard or two, and that's it. Pittman is very effective if he hits that hole and just runs north and south. And that time he had to kind of dance around looking for a block, and Sikeston closed the hole quickly.
That time the buffet was moving too slow.
Sometimes that line just kind of backs up there at the buffet. Same formation, same running back takes the snap, and Pittman running right. Look at Pittman go, hurdles a man for a first down. Marquise Pittman hurdles a man and will move the chains out to the 46-yard line. I like it. Out of the Wildcat, Marquise Pittman, the 6-foot, 185-pound senior. You see that on the NEA Baptist replay cam. Kennett up to the line of scrimmage. A couple of linemen make their way off for Sikeston. Still that buffet package in there, and a direct snap again. Pittman running, almost breaks it, carries a man into Sikeston territory, down to the 42. Kennett has came up with something that works, and Sikeston wants to talk it over. 10:34 to play in the ball game. Kennett on the move with a 1st and 10 from the 41 of Sikeston, back in 30 seconds.
At First State Community Bank, we pride ourselves on our personal, friendly approach, and our commitment to the community makes us an effective business partner. That's why we're proud to announce that our efforts have earned us the title of Best In-State Bank for the state of Missouri, awarded by Forbes. We are incredibly grateful to our customers who allow us to be their trusted financial partner. Thank you for your confidence in FSCB and for this recognition as one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whenever you want. In your life and on your farm, Case IH AFS Connect gives you more control. Monitor your operation, manage your fleet and your farm data your way. Case IH. Rethink productivity.
After the timeout, Kennett with a 1st and 10 from the 42. Somebody moves. No. Sikeston celebrates, and I think somebody up front had a false start for the Indians, so it'll be a 1st and 15 after the 5-yard mark-off back to the 46.
They decided to move the buffet on the other side, and when they saw them move, the Lions thought they were supposed to move too.
Yep, here we go. We can do it. Pittman out of the Wildcat formation, gets the snap, follows his blockers right, and Pittman, following the escort, rumbles for about 6-7 yards. Gets inside the 40, so that's going to be about 7 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd and maybe 9 to go for Kennett. Tell you what, Pittman, that direct snap, he's just getting it and looking for his blockers, and he's a load to bring down. 6-foot, 185-pounder, 44-yard line, the line of scrimmage. Same formation, and Pittman in the Wildcat. 2nd and call it 8, where they spot the football at the 39 of Sikeston. Again, here's Pittman. Pittman with some running room, but he stood up and brought down by Gadbury at the 36-yard line. Good play by Gadbury, or Pittman may have been in the end zone.
Yeah, if he hadn't got him there, he was breaking to the left, and he was going to go toward the corner, but Gadbury got him.
3rd and 5 for the Indians. 36-yard line, the line of scrimmage. Direct snap. Here's Pittman. Goes forward. Always wrapped up. No gain on the play. It's going to be 4th and 5 for the Indians. Big man up front. Carlos Blackman steps in there. You talk about a big man. Blackman, 6 foot, 310 pounds, and he was there to meet Marquise Pittman.
Well, they gave him 1 yard, but still.
Yeah, the nose of the football touching the 35. It is 4th down and 5 for the Indians. Pittman, now they shift over to the left side. He gets the snap, follows his blockers, cuts it inside, breaks a tackle, still on his feet, fights forward. Did he get it? It is very, very, very close.
It depends. I think
they say 1st down.
Wow.
Woo! I can't believe they wouldn't spot that and measure it, but we'll take it.
Well, they were adamant.
They've already motioned first down.
The side judges already said, hey, we got a first down
They've
here.
already picked up the chains. Now the officials are going to talk things over. I don't know.
They're going to still.
I can't believe
the chain
they
gangs
wouldn't
are going
stretch
the wrong
the
way.
chains.
They need to move the.
But it should be a first down, but they haven't moved the chains.
It's a first down, but they haven't moved them down.
No, they're setting up as if Sikeston has the football. But the chain gang needs to move the other way. They motion first down Kennett.
Now they're
saying this way. Yeah, Sikeston, the chain gang, thought they might have got to stop.
That was a very quick
but we'll
call
take it.
and no measurement.
Smaller blockers out there for Pittman now on the right side. Takes the snap. He is wrapped up around the waist and gain of 1.
Number 44, Luke Gadberry with the tackle for the Bulldogs.
Gadberry's been everywhere for the Bulldogs. Again on that tackle. 8.5 minutes to play in the ball game. 2nd and a long 9 for the Indians. Pittman again in the Wildcat formation. Takes the snap, follows his blockers. This time has a little room and gets inside the 25 down to the 24. It'll be 3rd down for the Indians. They'll need about 3 yards to move the chains.
I would feel
just inside of 8 minutes to play in the ball game. 3rd and 3. Pittman gets penetration and brought down for no gain. Maybe a loss of 1. Sikeston brought the heat. They cut the gaps. And Pittman had nowhere to go, and it's 4th down and 4
I would have rather had
for
the
the
big
Indians.
boys out there.
Yeah, we took the big boys out, and we got the smaller blockers in there. But that time, Sikeston got the penetration up front. 4th and 4, and Coach Webster will talk it over. Last Kennett timeout with 7:27 to play in the ball game. They need 4 yards to keep the drive alive. Kennett trailing Sikeston 20-14 back in 30 seconds.
Delicious deals for delicious meals at McDonald's. Get exclusive deals on your McDonald's favorites in the McDonald's app with contactless mobile order and convenient drive-through pickup. Get a free large fries when you download the McDonald's app and join My McDonald's Rewards. Download it today. Your local Kennett McDonald's has been serving the Kennett community for over 30 years and is proud to support area youth.
All your friends at the local McDonald's wish the Kennett Indians a safe and successful season. Go Indians!
Well, a 4th and 4 coming up where they spot the football. 4th and 4, the play of the ball game coming up after the Kennett timeout. We haven't seen a lot of Ty Jones, the quarterback. Here it's been Marquise Pittman out of the Wildcat, and we're going to see more of it here. We need 4 yards to pick up the first down. Out of the Wildcat, Pittman awaits the snap. Here's the snap, a high snap. He bounces it, he drops it, and Kennett comes up empty. A high snap, Pittman couldn't handle it. A loss of 1, and Sikeston takes over. 20-14, Sikeston with a lead. 7:21 to play in the ball game, and now you have to start looking at the timeout situation, and Kennett going to have to get another stop, Darryl.
Yeah, we don't have any timeouts left, do we?
We're out. So we need to kind of get a stop, get the ball back. The problem with running a Wildcat formation, it's not a big chunk type of offense. So you have to wonder, even though Kennett has been very ineffective trying to throw the football, it's imperative that they get a stop here. And here comes that double wing again. Gadberry to the near side, and this quarterback's just going to keep it and drive forward. Going to get some positive yardage out to about the 30. Gain of maybe 3 on the play. 2nd and 7. Sikeston will be content to grab 3 or 4 yards a carry and keep this clock running as we're down to 7 minutes to go in the ball game and a 6-point Sikeston lead. 23 seconds on the play clock, and Sikeston will get every second off of it that they can. Kennett has won the last 35 contests. 2017 was the last time that Sikeston has beat Kennett, but they have the Indians on the ropes here. 5 seconds on the play clock. Gadberry gets the carry and escapes a tackle and keeps driving forward to the 35. Kennett almost had him at the line of scrimmage, but Gadberry, a talented runner, escapes, and that'll bring up a 3rd and about 3, a short 3. Let's call it 2.5 if you want to be honest, Darryl, but we're down to 6 minutes to play in the ball game.
They've got to get a loss here on this down.
I would not be surprised if Sikeston didn't even go for it here on 4th down. It's the double wing formation once again. Craig will move under center. Gadberry goes in motion. Little inside handoff. Craig is wrapped up in the backfield and brought down. Got back to the line of scrimmage, and here's that 4th down. Will they go for it? Will they dare go for it? And limping off the field is Craig. May have had a cramp on the play.
I think
Sikeston is bringing on the punter. I think the way that Riddle has punted the football, I think that's what I would do, because Kennett has not been real effective moving the football. From your own 35-yard line, you don't make it, you're kind of setting Kennett up with 5:36 to play. Riddle set to punt it away. A low snap. Now they're going to roll out to the left, and they finally punt it away. Kennett will get the return. Going to the right, trying to escape. And now breaking a tackle. Kennett on their feet down the sideline. Watch out! Kennett may go all the way down inside the 5. What a return by Kylan Henson. Henson almost took it to the end zone.
I thought he was gone.
What a return by Henson. Kennett knocking on the door with 5:12 to play in the football game. Officials timeout. They're going to let the players catch their breath. We're going to take a 30-second break. Be back with more First and Goal Indians when we return right after this.
At American Elite Realty, your business is appreciated. They are locally owned and support the communities you live in. Their professional agents can help you find your new home or commercial property. They work closely with your lender to make the buying process easy. Contact a professional agent at 573-888-5373 or view their listings at AmericanEliteRealty.com. Tina Privet, broker, an equal housing opportunity company.
American Elite Realty is proud to support the Kennett Indians and wishes them a successful season.
We're wearing headsets. Darryl and I don't catch all of it, but Tad made note. The PA announcer here at Sikeston was saying no, no, no over the microphone as Kylan Henson was running toward the end zone. He was brought down at the 3. It'll be First and Goal Indians from the 3. Kennett out of timeouts with 5:12 to play in the ball game. They got the stop. Sikeston elected to punt it away, which was probably the good thing. But Henson, who almost was brought down for no gain on the play, broke free and almost went all the way for a tying score.
That was some savvy running on Henson's part and some timely blocks on the rest of the Kennett team.
Guys, let's get it in the end zone and tie this thing up. It appears our favorite package is out there, the buffet package, and Pittman with the Wildcat. Takes the direct snap, follows the big bodies,
Touchdown.
And he's into the end zone. Kennett ties it with a score. And in there in the end zone, right in front of him, his buffet teammates to congratulate Marquise Pittman. We are tied at 20. Joe Bob said, we need to score 2 here. Sikeston's going to try to keep Kennett out. And they're going to have that big buffet package in there once again and the direct snap to Pittman. Here we go. 2-point conversion to take the lead. Pittman gets the snap, follows his blockers, still going, good! Kennett goes up 22-20. What a turnaround. Henson with a punt return, Pittman with a touchdown, and then Pittman with a 2-point conversion. Kennett leads 22-20. 5:08 to play.
This puppy's not over, though.
It's not over. Fasten your seat belts. We'll kick it off to the Bulldogs in 30 seconds.
Tee it up at the Kennett Country Club. You can save now with great deals in the Pro Shop. All Rescue clothing, 30% off. Rescue shorts and shirts, regular $59, now only $41. Also, Vineyard Vines and FootJoy marked 15% off. Fall is the perfect time to hit the course. The weather is perfect and the golf course is in great condition. Non-members can play with a green fee and cart rentals are available. Be sure to ask about the membership specials. Tee it up at the Kennett Country Club.
Big tournament tomorrow starting at the Kennett Country Club, the three-person scramble. Larry Boone, John Sammons, and the crew. They have the course in great condition. They're going to have some fun out there, and we're having some fun at Sikeston tonight. Kennett with a touchdown and 2-point conversion, lead 22-20, 5:08 to play. Sikeston 1 timeout remaining. Don't give up the big return as Kennett kicks it off now to the Bulldogs. A little pooch kick is going to land at about the 20, picked up on a hop at the 18, up over the 25. Very dangerous return man down the sideline is finally knocked out of bounds, and a flag comes in late as Gorman with the return might have got hit out of bounds. We'll see what this is all about, and that would give Sikeston really good field position with a 15-yard mark off would put them right around midfield. Let's check the penalty. Personal foul. Kennett.
Personal foul on the Indians.
Late hit or a hit out of bounds, one of the two.
That'll mark the football all the way to midfield. 50 yards away will be Sikeston with 5 minutes exactly to go in the fourth quarter.
5 minutes at the 50.
20. 1 timeout remaining for the Bulldogs. Here's a single wing formation, 2 receivers left. Back will carry and get about 9 yards on the play. Is that time? Just a snap to Atkins, and Atkins with good speed will gain 9. It'll be second and about a yard at the 41-yard line of Kennett. Sikeston has turned the ball over several times. We'd take another Sikeston penalty here if we could get it.
Well, it looked like one of them moved a little early in that backfield, but they didn't call it. So
2 receivers left. Now a back moves to the left side. Motion man goes left to right. They'll look to run the option. They'll throw the pass, and that was almost intercepted as Tolliver was there. He almost intercepted that football. Jamiko, the sophomore, was right there around a couple of Sikeston players, and if it wouldn't hit the Sikeston player in the back, I think Kennett would have came up with the turnover.
Absolutely. Well, we could have used that.
Well, Sikeston doesn't throw it often, but they tried to then, and it's 3rd and 1. 4 down territory from the Kennett 41-yard line. No, don't spot the ball there. They put it at a first down. No, you got to move it back. Now he has put the ball down at the wrong place several times in the ball game. He put it right on the 40. You got to move it back. There you go.
Now there you
he
go.
Has
That's
done
the
that
right
2
call.
or 3 times in the ball game. One time in favor of Kennett, but that time he put it down on the 40. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here comes the quarterback trying to roll right. Kennett
good
down
job.
for a big loss.
Good job.
What a job by the Indians. Tolliver in there.
Indians busted through that line and
Caden
got
Taylor.
after it.
Wow, what a defensive play. Also, Austin Gaddis. And it's 4th and 6. The play of the ball game with 4 minutes to play for the Bulldogs. 4th and 6. Sikeston with a timeout remaining. 4th and 6, 2 receivers left. Out of the shotgun, the quarterback. Let's go, Kennett. Let's get a stop. Man in motion. They'll get the inside handoff. Breaking a tackle. He's going to be short.
He's down. No,
he is going
he
to be
didn't make
short.
He is short.
I believe he's going to be short. Then surely they will stretch the chains and measure this one.
It shouldn't even have to. You can see that it is not.
They're going to stretch the chains, Darryl. I think he's going to be just short. Can't see for the Sikeston coaches along the sideline. 3:37 to play. They're going to bring the chains across. This time they do take the effort to bring the chains out.
It looks short.
Let's see. Here we go. We don't have a good view of it. Tad is zoomed in. Really can't see it, but they'll stretch the chains out. They'll put it down.
Well, he's going to be short.
Kennett gets the football.
Great job by the defense.
Inches away from a first down. Kennett gets it back, 3:37 to play.
I'd go back to that.
Woo! Give
that
it to
Wildcat
Pittman
and try to move it down the field again. Move
Keep
that ball.
pounding them.
Eat up that clock.
2-point Kennett lead. 3:37 to play, fourth quarter. We are approaching 10 o'clock, and folks, you have been entertained tonight. Football at the 41-yard line of Kennett. No turnovers, guys, and that big package is out there again. Our favorite look. With the big bodies out there for the Kennett Indians. And a direct snap to Pittman. Now Caleb Duncan goes back, says something to Marquise Pittman. 12 seconds on the play clock. Now they break out of the formation, out to the left side. Different look. Pittman in the backfield. Oh, no. False start. Oh, you can't do that, guys. Kennett just looked out of shape that entire set, trying to set up for that play, and procedure backs them up 5 yards, first and 15. Football back to the 36, and 3:37 to play in the football game. Play clock hasn't started running after the penalty. Now the whistles will blow and the play clock will start. Same offensive set. 3 big black backs out there blocking for Marquise Pittman, who's in the Wildcat. Marquise awaits the snap. Still awaiting the snap. 7 seconds on the play clock. 6 seconds. Marquise takes the snap, follows his blockers, has a good seam and picks up about 6-7 yards on the play. That's what you want. Positive yardage on first down. He overcome the 5-yard penalty and gained a yard, so 2nd and 9 for the Indians. The clock is running. 3:15
Each time that they've
play.
decided to move the 3 blockers to the other side, they've gotten a penalty. They need to just stick with the one that brung you.
3 minutes to play in the ball game. 19 seconds on the play clock. So here Kennett will milk all the time they can down off that play clock. 2nd and 9 from the 42-yard line. High snap. Pittman brings it down, though, and drives forward maybe for a yard or two, and it's going to be 3rd and long for the Kennett Indians. As the last 2 plays, that time if Pittman has to reach up for a high snap, he can't get the good running start. Going to call it a gain of 1. It is 3rd, and it's going to be pretty much 8 yards needed for the Indians. Clock is down to 2:22 to play in the ball game. Sikeston fans on their feet looking for their first victory of the ball game. Kennett trying to go 3-0, protecting a 22-20 lead. 3rd and 8. Same set. Pittman out of the Wildcat. Takes the snap. Pittman goes right. Tries to turn the corner. He does. Has the first down. Pittman moves the chains for the Indians. They're going to spot him down to the 49. That time he went wide instead of following the big backers. He turns the corner. That's a Kennett Indian first down with 1:54 to play.
Needed that really bad.
Woo! What a first down.
That's pretty much all Pittman there, because, in fact, the last about quarter has been all Pittman for the Kennett offense.
Just no mistakes here. Kennett is going to get in the victory formation. I think Sikeston is out of timeouts, Darryl. It shows 1. I believe they're all out. Now Kennett moves in the old victory formation.
Whoa.
And they'll take a knee with 1:31 to play. Play clock had 0 on it. I didn't see a flag come in. They'll take a knee. 1:23 to play in the ball game, and 32 seconds now on the play clock. 22-20, Kennett with the lead. They're in the old victory formation, but the victory formation for Kennett is out of the shotgun, which makes me extremely nervous.
That's very nervous.
1 minute to play, 10 seconds on the play clock. Now Kennett gets ready to snap the ball. 5 seconds on the play clock, and they move under center. Now they take the snap, take the knee. 45 seconds to play in the ball game. And Sikeston did have one timeout, and they'll take it now. So they do. Yeah, it showed on the scoreboard they had one timeout. So there's their final timeout with 25 seconds to play. So they cannot stop it after this play. So Kennett can still take the knee with 42 seconds to play. They're going to have to run a little bit of time off the clock. As all the officials are getting together, but Sikeston took the timeout. Now the scoreboard says no timeouts for Sikeston. Kennett goes to the sideline, so we'll sort it all out. The down and distance, it's 3rd down. If you want to know the distance, it's 16 yards to go, but it's 42 seconds to play. Sikeston will be out of timeouts.
Now, that's scary to do the victory formation in the shotgun, but this is one spot that you might want to try it again.
Just take a little bit more time off
Just so you take a little bit more time.
What you don't want to do is turn the ball over. The good news is if Sikeston gets the football, Darryl, they're not a passing team.
No.
So you still don't want to punt it to them. Their biggest play has been a punt return. So you don't want to punt it to them. You want to let this clock run down.
I think
3rd and 11 coming up for the Indians with 42 seconds to play. The line of scrimmage at the 45-yard line of Kennett. Kennett needs to eat a little bit of time off the clock.
Wouldn't be a bad idea to try the buffet formation one play so you can run some time. But then you get the chance of.
Actually, Pittman is back there as a safety valve, and I think they're just going to try to maybe run some time off the clock and take the snap. Sikeston tries to get Kennett to jump. Kennett does not jump. Now they take the snap, and they take the knee. Not much time off the clock for Ty Jones as he took an immediate knee. 35 seconds on the play clock, 34 seconds on the game clock, and folks, we're going to have pretty much no time remaining when the horn sounds. It's 4th down for the Indians, and I think the Indians will not have to snap it again.
It is a differential of -1 at this point.
So 10 seconds to play, 11 seconds was on the play clock, and the Indian fans starting to celebrate. 4, 3, 2, 1. Kennett wins it 22-20. What a ball game here from Sikeston. We'll take a break, come back, and check the final totals right after this 3-minute timeout.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help you make your place a show place. Living room suites, recliners, including lift chairs, bedroom suites, mattress sets with adjustable bases, appliances, and TVs. We have several payment options available. Come see us at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. A family furniture tradition for over 70 years.
Everything Barbecue has over 300 rubs and sauces with a tasting station so you can try before you buy. Purchase 5 sauces or rubs, get 1 free, plus a year's supply of pellets with the purchase of a wood pellet grill. Choose from Traeger, Smokin' Brothers, Myron Mixon, PK Grills, Weber, Oklahoma Joe, Kamado Joe, or Blackstone. They also carry Uni pizza ovens, ThermalWorks thermometers, and have a large selection of grilling accessories, fuels, cutting boards, and handmade charcuterie boards. Everything Barbecue. Inside Keith's Pool Care, 1215 Independence Avenue in Kennett.
When a new life is on its way, when every detail is critical. And mistakes are not an option. Choose the safest hospital in Eastern Arkansas. Your safety isn't a goal, it's a promise.
You'll always get the best price and selection on new furniture and appliances from Bullock Furniture in Kennett. Come check out their huge selection of living room and bedroom suites, recliners, and name brand appliances, plus bedding and flooring options, priced to save you money and ready for delivery. Right now, get 0% down and no interest for 2 years for qualified buyers. Secondary financing is also available. Get the best price and selection on new furniture and appliances at Bullock Furniture, 1111 Independence Avenue in Kennett.
At Harris Pharmacy, you can get all of your prescriptions in one stop, and we'll even remind you when it's time to get a refill with our MedSync and Refill Reminder programs. Hi, this is Darren with Harris Pharmacy. Stop by today at 1224 First Street in Kennett for your over-the-counter and prescription needs. You can come through the drive-thru, or we deliver for free inside the city limits of Kennett. We also offer flu, shingles, and pneumonia vaccines. Come see us today at Harris Pharmacy in Kennett. Good luck, Indians. The staff here at Harris Pharmacy are proud supporters of KHS football. We'd like to wish the team a safe and successful year.
At Todd and Atwill LLP in Kennett, your situation matters. They understand that unfortunate circumstances arise and are here to provide the legal services you need with integrity and care. Partnering attorneys Darren Todd and Lee Atwill are committed to providing the best legal representation possible. They specialize in personal injury, criminal defense, social security disability, bankruptcies, and more. Visit toddatwill.com for more information. Todd and Atwill, LLP, proud to support the Kennett Indians.
Kennett players and fans huddled around their team, celebrating a 22-20 hard-fought victory over the Sikeston Bulldogs as Kennett really overcame the obstacle of falling behind by 6 in the second half of this one. It looked like the offense wasn't going to do anything, and the Kennett coaches went to that Wildcat formation. Ends up that Marquise Pittman ends up, what do you say about
151 yards?
151 yards. So he ended up with a great night. Plays of the game, I'm going to give Kevin Thompson the defensive play. He made the big tackle for a loss that forced the Bulldogs to have to punt it. And then what can you say? Kylan Henson with a big return.
That punt
it
return
set up that tying score, and then the 2-point conversion by Marquise Pittman to give Kennett the 2-point margin, and then the defense did the rest. Kennett was able to take a knee on that final drive, and by 1 second they let the clock run out. Kennett goes to 3-0. Sikeston with a heartbreaking loss. They played their hearts out, and I know it hurts, but Kennett escapes, and they'll play a very talented Caruthersville team at Metz Cherry Stadium next Friday night.
It'll be a tough one. Of course, Caruthersville didn't have to play tonight, but like you said, it might have helped them because they might have been beat up a little bit so they could rest up. But then again, it might make them a little more rusty. So hopefully the Kennett Indians will play a little better ball game than they did here tonight, although they showed me some gumption at the tail end and coming from behind and played some good defense and kept Sikeston from moving it after they took the lead again.
You just saw one of the big plays of the game, Marquise Pittman following his blockers, and instead of going up the middle of the field, cut to the outside and pick up a big first down. Another big play in this ball game as Kennett wins it. Thanks to all of our sponsors who make our broadcast possible. At Kennett Indian football, 22-20. Our final score, Kennett defeats Sikeston. Thanks to Tad Jones. He is our video and audio coordinator from our own site. Monty Lyons had a long day. I bet he has been in Jeannie's birthday cake because he's been sending us tons of scores. Appreciate Monty's efforts, and just looking at those, I don't know if we got many surprises in the second half here, but Portageville rolling over East Prairie. New Madrid, I think, knocks off Dexter tonight. And the Cardinals with their first Friday win since June 6th, a 9-4 win over the Reds. Cardinals at home playing Cincinnati. And here, a 2-point victory for Kennett, about as thrilling as you can get. Come out to Metz Cherry Stadium next Friday and cheer on these Indians.
Absolutely. They're a good, big-hearted group of players, and they don't quit. you can tell by watching this game tonight. So if they had a big crowd out there next week, that would really mean a lot to them.
Big game coming up against the Caruthersville Tigers. Metz Cherry Stadium, kickoff at 7 o'clock next Friday. We'll be on the air at 6:45 for Daryl Wilcoxon, for Tad Jones upstairs, Monty Lyons back in the studios. I'm Perry Jones. We'll talk to you again with more Kennett Indian football next Friday night from Metz Cherry Stadium. So long from Sikeston.
This has been Kennett Indian Football. Sponsors for tonight's game include Kennett City Light Gas and Water, American Elite Realty, Harris Pharmacy, Glen Sane Motors, Unico Bank, McDonald's, the Law Office of Todd and Atwill, First State Community Bank, Keith's Pool Care and the Barbecue Shop, Baker Implement, Sonic Drive-In of Kennett, NEA Baptist Hospital, Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture, Kentucky Fried Chicken, and Larry Boone at the Kennett Country Club. Audio sponsors include T.R. Baker Insurance, Duncan Sheet Metal, Cornerstone Pharmacy, Kennett Trust Bank, the Law Office of Peltz, McMullen, Edgington, and Morgan, Jim Bollinger and Sons Heating and Cooling, FM Bank, the Law Office of Jeff McCormick, and by Pibascott Dunklin Electric Commissioner Danny Glass. This broadcast has been a production of Pollock Broadcasting Company.